I have to sneeze. My feet are soaking right now. I can't get up and change my computer. Oh, wow. So this has got to run for 15 minutes and then I can move. Unless the water gets really cold. Don't look at my bubble toes. And I'm Holly Baglio, your hostess with the mostest. Keeping Yeshua the focus. Hey, my Lil, how are you? I pray you feel better. I see your posts. Like when I'm on Facebook, I see your posts. I always shoot you up prayers, my Lil. Hey, it's great to see you, Lukert. Yeah, I put Epsom salt and hey, Sarah. Honestly, you know what it is? I had bought Seva a cat litter box and I didn't like it. She probably didn't care, but I didn't like it. So I got rid of it and bought her one. I did. Like, you got deleted off of Facebook. Shh, I wish I would. But it's a means to an end. So I got rid of the litter box and I bought her a cute little gold house cat litter box that I like. And so this one became like my foot soak. How am I? I'm hanging in there, Lukert. This is a cup of kratom tea. It's red Bali. It's to keep me sedated and help take away the physical pain I'm feeling. My feet, I gotta tell you guys, not to complain, but they hurt. I walk keeper, but if I don't walk on the grass, I just start seeing sparks fly before my eyes. And I really try to suck it up when I'm walking so nobody else can tell how much it hurts. But my feet are killing me. Now, I've been diagnosed with like rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. But I think that there's something else going on with my feet for them to hurt. Because, I don't know, they throb. My heart pounds and I can feel it in my toes. I gotta get up and get the sugar. I can't do that. Are you taking turmeric? Yeah, actually I am. To be honest with you, I'm taking like this curcumin, turmeric, Penetrex at Wally World. I like that. Really, Penetrex. I'm gonna have to, in a little bit. Oh my goodness. I used to have one of those foot things, that bubbles your feet and keeps the water warm and you can roll your feet on like a roller with spikes. But this will suffice. It's with the braces. Thanks, my Lil. I appreciate it. They'll play off each other. I definitely will. My kratom's really hot right now. I even put some cold water in it and it's too hot. Hey, I'm not running to any bad things, so at least I'm dealing with the pain head on. I'm not going to any go-tos or anything like that. It's gonna burn my lips. Oh, it wasn't too bad, but it tastes awful. I didn't put enough sugar. So, yeah, Lukert, all I've been doing, I didn't mean to make it so hot. You're hanging in there. My Lil, I hope you feel better. I hope you have a nice soak and it rejuvenates you and restores you. I pray Heavenly Abba comforts you and wipes away your pain and soothes you and gives you a state of tranquility. I pray that He gives you a heavy presence and He holds you in His hands. And I pray that He fills and overflows you with His Holy Spirit. I pray that He carries you in Yeshua's name. My Lil, I pray, Selah. I pray the same for Luker too. It releases a lot of chemicals. Yeah, I know. Well, I know you're right, Luker. But it's actually not that hot. I thought it was. Does rubbing your feet help? Oh, yes, it does. I had a foot rub, I think about 2 years ago, and you know what ended up crying? As just tears were streaming down my face. And I felt really awkward about it, to be honest with you. But oh my God, I was like, just how good it felt. Hey, for realist. I didn't mean not to get back to you yet, sweetheart, but it's great to see you. Where two or more are gathered, Selah. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Nuthouse, it's great to see you. I pray for you and Robin, too. So, I'm trying to get rid of some back pain, some foot pain. Guess what, guys? I have eaten 3 proper decent meals today, plus 2 bowls of ice cream, plus a half a jar of olives as a snack. And I have dinner, my 3rd meal, on the counter right now, marinating. Nothing hurts me but pain. Yeah, nice nut house. Yeah, nothing hurts me but pain, too. So I am taking care of myself. I really got to focus on putting weight back and exercise. So, and then maybe in about a month of like focusing on that, I can get back in the swing of things and then really rejoin you guys. Well, I'm about to eat 3 meals. My feet are numb, so I massage them under the water. Lessons. Oh, yeah. Even if I rub my feet love it. I should do that now that the water is cooling off. They've been in there for about 10 minutes. The water is getting cold. Rejoice even when we are not together. We will lift each other in spirit. Selah, my little. All love, praise, glory, and worship to you, Heavenly Abba. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. Thank you for these moments of tranquility. Thank you for these moments where they're uplifting and you make us feel light and you kind of soften the blow from the day. Thanks for cleaning up the mess in my kitchen, Abba. Thanks for just the things that you did for me today so I could try to keep above my errands. And you made the day go by painlessly and effortlessly, but that's because you did all the work. But thank you, and I love you very much. And please give me the effort and energy to eat my dinner and make it 3 meals today. And I pray for my loved ones, too, that are dealing with their struggles and going through the grind. And tomorrow's Thursday, so it's self-defense night. Hey, ladies, want to do self-defense? Seriously, ladies. Because I know the guys are going to be like, Lukert's like, I've got muscles. And you better stop showing them off to every girl but me on the internet, Lukert. But anyway, are As soon as I come back online, like officially and professionally, Lucard will do something good. But what was I going to say? So if you got ladies want to do self-defense, you need a camera, contact me because Thursday nights at 7. I didn't go last week because of an altar issue I was having. Um, but I'm going this week. So if you ladies, even you guys, if you want to go, um, it's kind of, hey, Roxy, it's great to see you. Stronger is he who's in us than those in the world, Selah. It's like, kind of like kickboxing, you know. So jumping jacks and sit-ups and squats, and you take it at your level too. And I like it a lot, and I like the people that go. And I was told that if I want to invite anybody, I can. So I'm inviting you guys. My email is hollybaglio11@gmail.com. HOLLY. I was taking a breath, okay? I know how to spell my last name. BAGLIO11@gmail.com. We go anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour. Imaging my niece from the van. I'm sorry, Sarah. Sit and do the punches. I used to do that. I used to sit on the floor and do all the hand techniques. That really worked out and focused on the precise muscle groups. If you sit on the floor and you just take out your bottom half entirely and you just, hey, it's River. Good night, y'all. Enjoy. Oh, you enjoy. It's the weekend. Giant hugs. I love you, Milo. Feel better. At home. I'll be praying for you, Milo. Constantly, I will be. I love you, sweetheart. Yeah, P90 at home. Right? Hey, they have on YouTube, there's this girl, she's all right. Forget her name. Pamela Rife, Rief or Reif, Pamela Rife. She seems pretty all right. You can modify her workouts depending the level you're at. Me, I'm at extreme expert novice level. I'm like an extreme expert at being novice. I give a whole new definition to the bunny slope. Hey, Bunny, I love you. I love you, Bonnie. It's great to see you. This time, Bonnie, I didn't have 5,000 thoughts bottlenecking and trying to get them out one mouth that I saw you come in and hi. I got to rearrange the wrenches, though, because the blue, some people are keeping them, yes, but others, I'm going to have to get rid of them because I look over. Hi, Greta. Hey, guys. Hi on my chat. I'm kidding. All right, my feet are getting kind of like to that point. Stop looking at my skinny, knobby knees. Oh, I got a pedicure once. Never, ever again. First of all, it hurt while getting it. Hey, Jamie Robinson. Great to see you. So at first, the pedicure hurt. killed my feet to get it. But then she ruined my feet. And when my toenails grew in, it was like, oh my gosh, I have witch's feet. Oh no, like, never again will I ever go. Uh-uh. A foot rub, yeah, but never a pedicure. They can stay away from that. I didn't like it one bit. Is it bad? Yeah, it's in a cast, Jamie. It's in a cast. It's really bad. The ade's over in the other room getting my crutches. You'll meet my aide in a minute. Everybody's like, what? No, Jamie. I'm soaking my feet, honey. I was just drying off my achy breaky feet. I should have ran with that for a few more minutes. I could have gotten away with it for a few more minutes. Now I look down, I'm like, checking on your there's a lot of meat on those bones. I should have totally ran with it, Greta. Score! I'm so glad I ran this HTV live stream. All right. Who's the next person to come into my chat room? Hang on a second. Wait. There we go. Who's the next person to come into my chat room? I'm not going to be able to fool Debbie. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Shit, Debbie knows what a foot looks like when it's been soaked and wrapped up in a towel. I won't be able to fool her. Debbie, you're going to have to rewind this video a few minutes earlier. I got Jamie with a joke. I should have ran with it I should have ran with it longer, though. He didn't realize I was soaking my feet. And I had my foot wrapped up. So I'm like, yeah, it's in a cast. My aide's in the other room getting my crutches for me. I'm so glad I have kept my sense of humor, especially because I haven't been able to keep my doctor. That's because I fired him. I didn't want to keep my doctor. I got a new doctor. I like my new doctor better. Okay. Oh, that feels pretty good. I should massage my feet. You know what? I'll do that tomorrow. I'll soak my feet again tomorrow or the night after, and then I'll do all that heavy work. Oh, my feet feel better. Until I put any weight on them and step on them. I'll clean it up in a minute. Okay. I don't want to step on my feet yet. I really don't want to step. Look at my small little legs. The only reason why I have knobby knees is because I lost so much weight. Hey, James, good evening. Yeshua blessings. Oh, my feet. I got James. I got Jamie. James, I got Jamie really good earlier. I thought. So. I got him good with a joke. Share the cleansing, but you got the one thing going on now. Wonderful. Is my new doctor really? No, I just meant like I got my cannabis license. I'm finally legal. It's like nice to be legal. But it's not really doing the trick right now. You're scared? Yeah. Soaking my feet. I'll just soak them tonight. Tomorrow I'll start pounding on them with like taking off the calluses. They've really been hurting. So, my kratom. Too bad I couldn't like stick you guys right there. Or like right there would be perfect. If I could do that. No, I could if I like. I'm like watching a really, really. Wait a minute. I know. Jim Carrey. All I need is a mirror and I can start drawing on myself. Sorry. Well, I'm watching you back in the chat. You're like watching a really weird TV show. I don't know. I don't have too much to do, so I figured I'd talk to you guys. I was trying to stay awake, and am staying in prayer and fasting, and I don't know what my appointments are for the rest of this evening. But if an opportunity presents itself, then I'm going to jump at it to serve Yudhevave. And if it doesn't present itself, then I'll be ready tomorrow because I've been in prayer and fasting. I don't know. I'm just going to stay in prayer and fasting. That way I'm always ready at like a moment's notice. I don't want to get caught off guard, and I get caught off guard more often than not. As we saw at the dispensary today, I got all flustered. I had to settle my own. Oh, good, Jamie. Hey, Whitney, how are you? So, what are you guys doing on this fine Wednesday night? I hope to stay awake. I don't even know what time it is, but I hope to stay awake till midnight. There's things I could do to keep me awake, like eat my third meal. I could read the Bible. I wish I had like superpowers so I could just like with my eyes lift up my book from the kitchen room table and like float it over here and put it in my hand so I could start reading it to you guys. That way I wouldn't have to get up and get it. When I was a little kid, I used to always dream about having that superpower. Moving things with my eyes. Nice weather today. Yes. Husband's at church band practice. Prayers to the husband and children. dentist appointment. I need to go see an eye doctor. I love going to the park. I was thinking today about what parks to take Keeper to. It was cold, but I think yesterday was not. I'm not sure. I'm getting my days mixed up. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the warmer weather, that's for sure. But the way that I keep my apartment, it kind of almost feels like Aruba in here anyway. So, um, but I can't wait for Jersey to start warming up. There's a place that I like down at the shore, and there's a park there's a couple of parks I want to take Keeper to. Do I? I have taken her to the beach, yes, because my friends own a house and they own the spotted beach in front of the house. So, yes, I've taken Keeper to the beach. Save too, but I didn't take her to the beach itself. She wouldn't have appreciated me looking at that big, huge ocean of water coming at her. But I brought Keeper. Keeper kind of finds it interesting. Hey, JK, what are you doing? You didn't miss anything. Well, I did get Jamie Robinson with a good joke. You'll probably have to rewind it and start it about 10 minutes into the video because I was soaking my feet, right? And when I took my feet out from soaking them, I had my one foot. I took one foot out at a time, and I had the one foot wrapped in a towel. And Jamie Robinson came in, and he's like, "Holly, how you been?" I'm like, "Horrible." I'm like, and my foot's in a cast. I was like, "You'll see in a minute. My ade's in the other room getting my crutches. It's pretty bad." And meanwhile, it's just, I had my foot wrapped in the towel because I was soaking my feet because they've been hurting so bad lately. It's really brought me to tears, and I have been struggling to walk Keeper. Hey, River and God, how are you? Good night and take care. Sweet dreams, honey. Thanks for earlier today. I always got time to read the Bible. I finally get a joke at the right time. Yeah, I pull a joke on you. I pull a prank on you. That's not very nice. Oh, and I got him too. I got him with it. That's the cool thing. I know, I'm corny. I got my own Holly style. No, I'm kidding. It'll really work. I'm trying to. I'm in pain. It's the arthritis. It's been an exceptionally difficult winter, but also I've decreased on the kratom drastically, which I wanted to do anyway so I can gain weight. But also I want to take a break because I've been on it for like 2.5 years. And I just really honestly want a break from it. You know, you get sick of the same old thing. So, thank you, Whitney. Thank you very much. I accept that compliment. I'm funny in my own mind. This is why I can't have a husband. I'd pull too many pranks on him. He'd get pissed off. I'd be sitting there plotting and planning against him all day. What can I do next? That's another reason why I do not want a relationship is because I become the other person and I don't want to become the other person. I want to just stay my individual self. I am so against conformism. It's not funny. Just have you ever heard me talk about plastic Christians and their conformism? Yeah, okay. Me dating a guy, that's me conforming into him and what he wants. Uh-uh. No. I really gotta put my ring back on. I look like I'm single. I don't like that. I am. I like being single, but but the only way to protect my singlehood is to wear a wedding band. That way I can say, no, my husband is bigger than you. He will totally kick your ass. Let me tell you. And he will for you just don't want to mess with him, okay? He's not a servant, okay? He's like he's got this conquering type of personality about him. I wouldn't mess with my golden boa if I were you. Works for me. I'm an original warrior. Ow. I feel like ow. Original warrior. No, ow. I got pain. I know I got giggly. Excuse me. It's about time. It's about time. You know what I felt guilty about? I'm going to start crying. And it started just before Seva died. You know, turning on a good song, dancing around the living room or dancing around the kitchen, like if you're doing house chores or something, a good beat comes on, you find yourself dancing, pretending like you're back in the nightclub again when you were 1,000 years younger. No, when you were like 20, 30 years younger like me, and you get dancing around. I always ask my golden bow to join me, even if it is one of those techno songs with maybe not so great lyrics. I make up my own lyrics and I sing them to Yeshua anyway. But I'll just use the instrumentals for a beat. So anyway, when Seva had cancer, there was one night I was dancing around the kitchen, and I knew it was going to be the last time I danced around the kitchen with Seva alive. So I hurried up and I got it out of the way, and I danced around the kitchen for the first time. Since Seva's been gone. I don't think I can dance again. I honestly, truly feel that a part died of me with Seva. And I'm really glad to see that since Grandma died, I am completely capable of loving something for its entire life as well as for my entire life. And I can be successful in a relationship. I'd rather go back to being giggly and being goofy and saying silly things. Excuse me a minute. Excuse me. Excuse me. You know, I hurt so bad. Like, you see my sweatpants with the elastic. That hurts so bad because the baker cyst behind this knee is coming back. Like, you know what? When it pops out more, I'll show you. But that hurts right there. The lady downstairs was talking about her sciatica acting up, and I'm like, actually, you're giving me confirmation that it's actually the weather bothering both of us, because if your ailments are bothering you and I have sciatica too, then now I know it's happening, because I feel like I'm suffering in my knees too a lot, and in my spine, primarily the middle part between my shoulder blades. Oh, what I would give for a back rub between my shoulder blades. If that guy at the dispensary gave me his name today and a card on it, I would have called him and been like, yeah, can you help me? I need right between my shoulder blades. 10 minutes. No, screw that. 15, how can we do this? How many is 3.5 grams equivalent in time for $50? Just right in the middle of my shoulder blades. Lightly scratch and rub. You're kind of cute. I don't know you. God hasn't let me look through your eyes, so I don't know your sins yet. So far, you're okay. Can you please just don't hit on me, though? Rub between my shoulder blades. Lightly. I have a friend that I would get a back rub from in a heartbeat. I would ask him. But I don't want to have it be followed with a kiss. I'm not. That stuff aggravates me. So I just, and that sucks because I think he's got like the gift of healing hands too, and it's like, I don't want to go through all the to get a simple back rub. But I'll tell you, when I have gotten a back rub from him, my back, all the pain in it, up and down my spine, all through it, went away for 24 hours. There's certain people, they just have that way about giving a back rub. I wish I had the gift of healing hands. Abba won't give it to me, though, because I would, it's not that I would squander it, is I would overuse it and I would totally abuse it. I really would. I'm too much of a softie. I'm gullible. I'm too generous. I give blessings to evil that I shouldn't do that for. And then sometimes Abba's like, listen, kid, I wanted you actually to give your blessings there because give your blessings there, kid. They did something for you. I want to reveal myself to them, and if you pray for them, Holly, that opens a door, and I want to get at them because I love them and I want to do way more for them than I've ever done for you, Holly. Guys, Heavenly Abba's done everything for me. So, yeah, you know, there's been times that I have faced homelessness and I was homeless. Starving, without medicine. And there were times that I was sitting high, sitting pretty, so to speak. It's gone up and down. I do believe that power in prayer, and regardless of what happens in this life, guys, just have a relationship. Sometimes this life has got its claws dug in around you so deep that even though once you get a relationship with Abba and he turns you into that new creature, that new creation, you're still locked in a cage. So he's working in you. You'll feel that change. You'll feel his presence. Yes, he's with you every day, even when you don't feel his presence. But recently I've been feeling his presence again, and I've been disobedient, and he's nudging me back into obedience. I know I can do it, guys. I know I can kick this nicotine. I'm the one that keeps disappointing him and failing him. He keeps taking away the detox and taking away the withdrawal. And I keep bringing it back in. And he still keeps loving me. But you know what? My salvation is not a get out of jail free card. It's not an excuse to keep smoking cigarettes over and over again. No, it's not. And that is having two gods under one roof. It is. I know it is. I can see it is in my own life. If I could see it in my own life, I'm not stupid. I can see it in other people's lives. I'm not trying to judge people or scrutinize people like they do me, but damn it, I'm not stupid. So I'll make an example out of my life. I'll expose my life. Like the last video when I was talking about my dreams, I'm going to keep talking about my dreams. And even if my dreams are grotesque and it really means I'm going to expose myself, right down to my sex life, which is non-existent, but I'm celibate. Celibate covers all that touching stuff, whether you're with someone else or by yourself. You know, if I asked Abba a long time ago to make an example out of me, because I thought that I had him in my life. I really did. I was like, Abba, make an example out of me. I think I got you. You gave me your seal on my forehead. The way that made me feel, that had to have been you. That just had to have been you. And it was like back when I was a little kid again, and I had those moments at my grandparents' house when you would show up when I was playing librarian in the hallway, sitting in everybody's way, trying to get in and out of the bathroom, living room, and kitchen. And I just hurt myself when I went like that down on my knee. So, where was I telling you guys about yourselves? This is what I was telling you about yourselves. And I can tell you about yourselves too. When I rip into somebody, it's god awful. And as you can imagine, if I rip into somebody that god awful, and I'm sorry if it ever happens to be you, then you can only imagine how I am on the inside to me and how I view myself. But that's never how I view myself, is not how I view you guys, even when I lash out on you. And most of the time that lash out has nothing to do with you, but you're like a sounding board. We're coming up on 44 minutes and 44 seconds. The 4 is symbolic of a cross, and 3 4s in a row is symbolic of when Jesus was crucified, and on one side was the murderer, and on the other side was the thief. I don't want to be on my feet. They hurt. I wanted to go to the food store tonight and go food shopping, but couldn't do it. My feet. I helped the lady downstairs a little bit. I wanted to help her a little bit more, but my feet. Labella under the tongue will get you to stop smoking. Labella. Labella. Labella.
They are the most beautiful country by far
Something's wrong with me right in here. Like, right here is where my rib cage meets. And you got your sternum. Right here, it's burning. And it's uncomfortable and it feels like it's swollen. And it's been like that for a couple of days. Is that a heart attack? Aunt Laura had a heart attack and it bothered her for like a week and she just fell over dead. Although she married into the family and she's the one that had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, blaming it on incest in the family. But looking back, I don't think it was incest. I think she was one of those giant people things. I really don't think it was a birth defect. She said it was, but I don't know. Now looking at Reptoid have died. I experienced ones now. I love you, Jamie, and I'm sorry for your loss. I have had a chiropractor. Really, I've had chiropractors take one look at me and go, Holly, I'm not touching you. You're so tense. I will actually injure you at this point. And I was like, you know what? Thank you for being so kind. They're like, I'm not going to prescribe you pain pills, but what muscle relaxer works for you? What do you want? Flexeril, and there's other kinds. Soma, not Soma. I was like, there was Bextra at the time. I don't know. There were certain things, and I was like, Flexeril works. He's like, all right, I'll give you 100 pills of them. He's like, but there's nothing I can do for you. Just come back when you're more relaxed. I like that chiropractor. You know, a doctor to say, listen, I ain't going to touch it. I'm going to hurt you. I can appreciate that. That's when my friend, he was a big 6.5 foot tall dude. So when he raised his hands above his head, it was a lot taller than that. So he was 6.5 feet tall. He was always bench pressing me. Well, I went to a party one night and he bench pressed me, except this time I fell behind him. And when I did, I fell flat on my back. I hit the back of my head and I landed on, like in between my shoulder blades on my upper back. I think I fractured it because, oh man, did I hurt 3-4 months. I remember driving cross country just chewing on pain pills because sitting there, I was in pain. But I still wanted to go cross country. I could take Benadryl and see if that burning isn't an allergic reaction, which it feels kind of like it's closing up. And if it's closing up, then it's an allergic reaction. Baking soda, if it's heartburn or anything like that, baking soda and water. Am I going to do any of that? No. And I have all of them too. My feet really hurt. I'm going to make another cup of kratom. How many did I have this morning? 2. You know what the good thing about it is, though? I take a little bit less than 2 teaspoons each cup. I was getting up there in doses, so I'll tell you, my feet really hurt. Am I going to take my poppy? No, I think I'm going to save that poppy seed stuff. I want to use it sparingly because I don't have that much of it. And I don't know how much it costs, but regardless of how much it costs, I already know I don't have money for it. So, you know what? I'll wait for another day to take the California poppy. I could still take the melatonin, though, tonight. But since I had so much kratom, I won't use the California poppy to put me to sleep. I'll just deal with it. It's 9 o'clock. I got 3 more hours. I'm wondering. My friend never got back to me to let me know what my schedule is tonight, so I guess I'm waiting on my friend.
He said that I learned very good. I learned forever. Don't try to push somebody into
Here, hang on 1 second, guys. wanted to dump that out. Andrea, did I miss an Andrea? Hey, New Creations here. Oh, the giant piked me up by my head at age 15. I missed Andrea. If I missed somebody in my chat room, guys, tell me. I know I've somebody from ever talking in my chat room again, but so as far as my prescription, I ate gummies one time yesterday. No, I got them today. I ate them. I got gummies this morning. I wish Huntress was here. So I got gummies this morning. I got in at the right time. I got a nice discount. If I get that discount, then the prices are completely reasonable. But I have to adjust my prescription. I need double what I'm getting. Just double what I'm getting. That's it. And then I can get by and I won't need any kratom. But so I took gummies at 10 and then I only took 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I wish it was 250 milligram gummies. Then it would have worked. But I took 25 milligrams at 10, 25 again at 2, and it didn't touch the pain in my feet. I did notice it kept me really, really calm. I really didn't like that. I'm sure people around me appreciated it because I slowed down and articulated myself, but I didn't like it, but I'll deal with it. I don't know if it's the gummies in conjunction with the drops and it's just a little too much. And so tomorrow I'm not using any gummies. Tomorrow I'm just going to stick with the droppers and the flour. The carts with the droppers so far work the best, but the problem with the carts is this. 1 gram cart is $90. 11 people, 11 likes. Thank you guys for the likes. I really appreciate it. I kid you not. I like every video I watch. Hey, Kara, it's great to see you, sweetheart. I hope I never alienate you, Kara. New Creation, have you been? Oh, you know what? I'm scared to lose James Sarsma. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to start crying. I think him and I years ago had a falling out. And I don't want to have another one. And I surely wouldn't want to have it with any of you because when I go to the dispensary, I put the mask. You know what I'm going to do? Hey, Angel Q Dog, when I go in, I'm going to write something on my mask. I'm going to write, I'm lying on my mask. That way when people say, what do you mean you're lying? I can say, this doesn't keep me safe. I'm bearing false witness. I'm lying. I know better than to wear this mask. I'm basically just being compliant to the NWO and going along like good little sheeple. Like I tell the vast general population, all the population, they're sheeple. I'm being sheeple just to get in here to get my... But no offense, you're only 5 minutes or 5 miles down the street versus a hike. And I can come bother you without feeling like I can come get my medicine without feeling like I'm bothering someone else. Or depending on someone else that never has what I need. And I don't want to bother other people. I'm pretty much a self-sufficient, independent lady. I've always been like that. I like self-reliant. It's nothing against other people. It's just how I am as a person. And other people take it personally, and it's like, stop doing that. So, +2, I gotta figure out what Rainbow Rosé makes me feel like, and I smoked a lot of it yesterday, but I can't remember how it made me feel. So tomorrow I want to see how it makes me feel, and then tomorrow, and then the day after I will. Today I smoked Mundo cheese, but see with the gummies and the droppers, I don't really know how the Mundo cheese is. So for 2 days I'll just have the droppers, and then I'll try the two different strains. But see, the cartridges are $90 for a gram when you can get 3.5 grams for $60 of the flour, and sometimes they have deals and you can get it for $40 or 25 or 50. And listen, for me to get the gummies I need to like be able, I need my prescription increased to be able to like use the majority gummies and droppers. So right now, I only have this to work with. And no, I'm not sharing my prescription. I'm not partying on it. Abba got straight with me the consequences that if I share and if I party on it, like even if I take my bowl right now and say I go downstairs and somebody wants to put weed on my bowl, in my bowl, and smoke it with me, Abba will tell me that I'm disobedient. So I'll be honest, I don't want to ever do that. Because my bowl is meant for me to take my medicine, not to party. And there's a difference. And the other thing too is the other person smoking from my bowl, what is their intent with the marijuana? Is it to party? Because if their intent is to party on that marijuana, then I'm in disobedience letting them party on my medicine. Now I know that marijuana is legal in New Jersey, but that's not the point here. The point is me being in obedience to Abba, and I may as well talk about this openly, right? So, and I'll be honest, it happened. It happened that I let someone smoke, and Abba got mad at me and broke my bowl. And I kid you not, it was one hit, and he broke my bowl on me. And he had a conversation with me. He said, Holly, this is yours. I don't want anybody taking advantage of you, number one. This is yours. Holly, I just want you to smoke from this bowl because you're taking it medicinally. It's not a party. Number two, the person that's sharing it, what's their intention? Holly, you have to be awake, aware, and alert. And what's their intention? Did you stop to think about that? Do they need your prescription, Holly? Or do they already have access to connections and to getting their own license and to other people that can supply them with whatever they want, including wax, which, by the way, Holly, your dispensary and no dispensary in Jersey carries. I think I got to ask them for crumble or dab hits, but I think they said they don't have dab hits either. So Abba's been working the ground rule with me. So, and he got it straight with me back when I was with Bridge in December, because I talked to him about my medicinal license and he talked to me about the smoking, the smoking cigarettes. The smoking itself goes back to witchcraft and shamanism. And you don't want to have shotties from another person because you're inhaling their exhale. So if they're demonically possessed or they're demonically afflicted or being demonically attacked at that time, then you inhaling their breath from a shoddy, you yourself are going to take on that attack. If you're passing around a blunt, a bowl, whatever, you will take that on. Sexually transmitted diseases, sexually transmitted demons, through a simple handshake, hugging, kissing on the cheek, touching. But the smoking is a big thing for me. Abba has pointed out it's a big thing for me. So he's been telling me, Holly, this is what I expect from you. And Abba's very protective of me, and I have to let him be. And I need to be more scared of his consequences than somebody else's feelings getting hurt, because I won't come over and share. And you know what? I don't have any money to be sharing for them anyway. And so, yeah. I think other people have different perspectives. But anyway, Abba got, what else did Abba say to me? But I don't know, like smoking with other people is a big one. That's a real big one with Abba. I have to be honest. You know, you're standing around in a circle smoking, or you're standing between a couple of people, whatever, and smoking. What's the intent there? He said, Holly, I don't want you in that situation. You know, if somebody else has their license, or even if it's legal and they're going to smoke, well, you can sit next to each other and smoke. But Holly, you're not joining the other person is what I'm getting at. Holly, I'm setting you aside, and I expect certain things from you because you're using it as medicine and you're using it properly. Hey, it's Brian. I have friends that gouge me for all they can get. They will take half a bag of my tobacco and I don't even get a cigarette back, right? I've had friends like that come in. I say, make yourself at home, and you know, they just clean you out. And it's like, wait a minute, you have no common courtesy, no respect. Like, yeah, Ryan, yeah, that's what Abba's getting at, is he doesn't like that. Now, there's certain true friends where you'd be like, hey, you know, that's one thing, but you know, Brian, the vast majority of people out there are like that. I've been missing my chat room. Yeah, I'm not funding somebody else's habits. Their own pot. I like that. Vibrations. Angel, cute dog. I wasn't trying to ignore my chat, guys. I'm sorry. So, but also hey, Jay Bingham, it's great to see you, sweetheart. I love you, honey. Stop doing that. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. That's another reason why I was happy to quit smoking, is so people would stop bumming them from me. I would walk around. When I first quit smoking cigarettes, I think it was back in 2012, I'd go around when people would, in Somerville, people would see me walking Keeper. I kid you not, I couldn't make 2 steps without somebody going, you got $2, you got a cigarette, you got a blunt, you got $2, can you take me for a ride? You got $2, you got a cigarette, you got a blunt, can you take me for a ride? I don't live here and am on disability with a car so I can be at your convenience every day. No, I don't have $2 for every single one of you, and a beer and a ride. Get the hell out of my face. I just want to walk my dog. Do you mind? I would tell people, you're the reason why I quit. No, I quit so I don't have to give you a butt anymore. Man, people take advantage. Yeah, why $2? New creation. I think it was so they could go down to 7-Eleven and buy a stem and a wrap. They call it a, never mind. For drug paraphernalia, or they were always short getting $2 for a pack of cigarettes. It's like, I just want to walk my dog, leave me alone. And it's every single day from the same exact people. Like, no, go get a job. And when you do, can you take that loser boyfriend of mine that's sitting in my apartment that won't get out of my apartment with you? He needs a job too. I love you, Jay Bingham. But yeah, Abba's been setting the ground rules with me. But I don't go out. I don't have company over anyway. However, I mean, like, I have a couple of friends. I have a couple of friends that live an hour and 15 minutes away. I can't wait to see them. Um, but they're family to me. I grew up with them. There's some difference there. They're not just, I grew up with them for over 20 years. There's one lady that reminds me of my grandmother. I'm not talking about them. Or the godmothers, my godmother or my sister's godmother. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about the couple of friends I have, but I don't want to, but, I just I don't want to get caught in a situation where I have to really tell people no. You know what? That's perfect, Abba. I love you so much. When I get uncomfortable, I'll just tell them the truth, and I don't care if they look at me crooked. I'll just tell them, you know what? I'm scared of heavenly Abba's consequences. I'm not cutting my script with you. I don't care that you see me smoking it. I'm not cutting it with you. This town that I live in, just about, I gotta say, just about everybody smokes in this town because it's legal. So I have to be extremely discreet. The houses are very close to each other. I know that I'm on my own property, but honestly, I look outside to make sure that the neighbors' kids aren't around. But just because other people see me that do smoke doesn't mean that I can share my bowl with them. I really can't. God got it straight with me, Holly. No, I don't want you to do. I'm asking you, Holly, don't do that. Next time you tell them that you just finished it. Sorry. So, did I show you my new plate? No, this is the only one I have. The bubbler my mom gave me, I really wish I kept it because my mom gave it to me. I left my wallet at home. Yeah, I'll tell him, Holly. Get a job. Yeah. Meth heads are a big problem and they will lose their car, home, family, and life from meth. They only borrow from you to get their fix. Good luck seeing anything come back, though. Exactly. We should lend freely, but when we do that, we end up feeling used. Oh, I lended freely, and none of my friends, not any of them, fully ever paid me back. 9/10 of them never paid me a dime back. The other ones I'd only get half back, and then they'd say, well, I gave you half back. Everybody always thought because I had it, just somehow, for some reason, I owed it to them. My money was theirs. For some reason, I actually owed it to them, and because I had it, I should just give it to them since they don't have it. Yeah, I had those low-life types of friends. That's called my ex who collapsed my lung. Anyway, I think it looks like a dreidel. This was the only one they had that was halfway normal. The other ones look like things I don't want to say what they look like. And then the other ones were squiggly and like, where do you set it down? And I like this one. Looks like a dreidel, like you could spin it, like a top. But I like it because it's straight. You're going to get fried by that light bulb. There's a stink bug about to get fried by the light bulb. So my elephant is... There's no more elephant in the room. He broke last night. So I'll just tell you guys the truth. I'm not going to gloss over it. I was getting a few rules straight with me. He really has. And if other people want to get mad, go right ahead, get mad. I got his consequences. Can you spin that dreidel with Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock? Yeah, but I don't want to break it. But that's what it reminded me of. I didn't like the other ones. and this was the cheapest one that I could keep away from my eyelashes. Because I said to the girl, I'm like, I burn my eyelashes all the time. I need something far away from my face. And I can't always use rolling papers because I waste more in that than I do in a bowl. And I have arthritis in my hands. I can't always be rolling. You could like buy pre-made rolls too. Did you know that at a dispensary? You could get 3.5 grams already rolled up in 5 to 7. I'll stop talking about it. Some people have issues with it, and here I am using it as medicine, and other people have issues with it. That's one thing I'm going to have to be very mindful of, because even talking about something like this, other people can have trouble listening to it, and I could possibly be a stumbling block to them simply because I am talking about marijuana. Regardless that I'm using it medicinally, it can still be a stumbling block for them. Author, wherever you are, I'm thinking of you, and again, I'm really sorry. I'm constantly learning, and anyway, so everything's brand new. Oh, and another thing, I gotta tell you this before I go. Poverty, not property. Right, another thing I gotta tell you guys, if you do have your medicinal cannabis license, or even you guys where it's legal and you can't get your medicinal license, because that's $200, and if you got $200, you're gonna go get the smoke with it, okay, because it's legal, so you're on a fixed budget, right? Fixed income, you can't get your license and all that, but you can get to a dispensary. It is legal. 1 second, my chat room. I understand that because I did that for 7 years. But I had to do it the right way. So for the next 2 years, I'm going to do it the right way. After that, I hope they open up dispensaries to the public, because I'm going to go back to doing it the way I was. Anyway, guys, if you use carts, the cartridges where you're vaping it, do not go to your little convenience stores, the gas stations, and get these things. Usually they come with a little charger, right? Let me show you this. Right? They come with a little charger, and I'll get to my chat room in a minute. You know what I'm talking about, right? For the cartridges, the carts, and you put them on here, and then you vape them. Guys, don't go get these things, don't go get these vape pens. Don't get these batteries. Don't get these batteries for it. On the bottom, it's really cool. On these things, you can turn it low or you can turn it high. You can even warm your cart up. Well, they're great if you're being sold fake carts like I was last summer. It's fine if you're being sold fake carts, because you're going to have to burn off all the impurities to get to the THC. You go through a lot. But when you get a cart, a medicinal cart, don't go to the store getting these batteries. I know they're great. You can turn the bottoms or whatever, or hit the button to turn it to higher voltage or lower voltage. Don't do that. They're garbage. They're absolute garbage. Don't do that. This is what I have, this little tiny battery right here. It's perfect. You just get the little charger and battery. There's no buttons, no fuss. This is like what do they call it? An automatic draw. So you put the cart on and then you inhale, and that's it. You don't push a button to heat the cart up. You don't push the button when you want to inhale. You don't have a little knob at the bottom of the battery or anywhere else to turn up the voltage or turn down the voltage, and who the hell knows what the voltage is anyway. No, get like these automatic hitters, so all you do is when you pull, you notice the battery's working. If you're not inhaling, aka pulling from it, then this way, these batteries do not overheat. Well, they might overheat depending how much you're using it and stuff, but they're not going to burn your carts, is what I'm getting at. You ever get, you know what I'm talking about with burnt carts. You get the carts and then all of it, I can show it to you. The carts. When you use these batteries, the carts, you'll start to see they get discolored. The weed is no longer a nice pretty color. It starts getting darker and darker, even turns into a really dark brown. Don't get these batteries. Get the batteries where it's an automatic draw or an auto pull, whatever it is. So that way you put the card on, you inhale, the battery lights up, it works if it's charged, and then when you're done inhaling, the battery stops working. It never burns your cart, this thing. And it was $10 versus $15 or $20. $10. And my cart, I have a 0.5 milligram cart. I got Durban. I don't like the taste. It's too strong. I'm going to stick with Blue Dream. Blue Dream does what I need. But I'm getting to the bottom of the cart, and honestly, the cart is not burned at all. What's left inside is still the same color as when I first got the cart. And what a huge difference. So these things, they totally ruin your carts. These batteries that you get in the store, they suck. They really suck. You should get the batteries that it's like an auto pull, or I think that's what they call it, auto pull or auto draw. No buttons, no big fuss, no muss. And then you'll notice your carts won't burn. And you'll have a nice cart for the entirety of its life. So that's what I recommend. Because I was always ruining my carts, and it's like I can't get anything right. And it has everything to do with the battery. Hey, Billy Bob. It's great to see you. That, we should have stayed fiancés because we did so much better as fiancés. So I'm dead set on running away with you, Billy Bob. It's settled. All right, ECW and WWF. Put the cart before the horse. I always do that. New creation. Fibromyalgia and chronic pain. Just some guy. I love you, just some guy. I'm happy to see you. Kratom. It's a plant they crush up. You can pack it into capsules, or you can put it into a tea and drink it. And like the green kratom will kill pain, give you energy. The red kratom will give you a sedated effect and kill pain. The white kratom will give you just pure energy. The yellow strain will give you a different effect. I know a lot of people that have come off of their pain management pills, or their pain management medicine was taken away from them. They can no longer get it, and they use kratom in place of it, and it works great. It comes in the form of a powder, and again, you can pack capsules or you can put it in a tea. I know a woman named Greta that has great sources as well as Lukert. I tend to just trust what Greta and Lukert tell me as far as sources online, like that have quality kratom for cheap prices. And I think a big bag of this is like $65 by the time they get done sending it. By the time they get done sending it to you. So it's 500 grams. So it's like $50, but with taxes and shipping, it gets to about $65. This will last me a month. Sometimes it's only lasted me 3 weeks. When I didn't have any medicinal cannabis, 500 milligram. Oh, no. I think it has always lasted me a month. I think 500 milligrams lasts me a month and a half. I'm getting mixed up on how long it lasts me. It lasts me a long time. But I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting mixed up. So don't quote me on things and do what other people have done. But I know you won't on New Creation. But it's good. My Chile question, I did miss it. Debbie, I'll be back. No, you're not allowed to go, just some guy. You must stay. So the green gives you energy and kills pain. That's what I take. But it's always a nice idea to get a little bit of red kratom, because the red kratom you would take at night because it'll give you the sedated effect, but still kill the pain. That was out of nowhere. That the frequency, that was out of nowhere. That kind of actually hurt. And now it went away just as fast as it came. No, they're not messing with 5G. Oh, yeah. I got back in Walking Keeper before. Guys, I was in tears, almost down on the floor on my knees crying. My body just hurt so much that I got clothes on. I got multiple shirts. I put my anti-microwave clothing on, and I kid you not, I want to get Keeper some. I want to get her a little blanket I can strap over her body and belly. I could just maybe order a shirt like this and then put it over her, but this is my anti-microwave clothing. I gotta be honest, when I put it on, I felt slight, but I definitely felt it. Pressure being relieved, and I'm wondering if they're not hitting me. I'm wondering between 5G, but also they do electronically harass me or target me. So I'm wondering if that's happening. Do you guys hear that in your ears by any chance? I mean, you are in my chat room. You are listening to me. Do you guys hear anything in your left ear or right ear for that matter? Are you guys having any visual effects out of the ordinary? So the green, yes, New Creation, get the green. If Greta's here, I'm going to ask her to get it for you. I'll give it to you. I'm really sorry, but I got a letter. My landlord told me to leave because of Bella, or pay $200 for the helicopter. Pay the $200. Don't get rid of Bella. Yeah, well, I am poor. I really am. But were you ever in Chile, South America during MK? South America, yeah. At the pyramids. Peru. Yes, I was ECW, and I'm sorry I'm missing my chat room. I don't mean to be rude. That happens sometimes. I am sleepy. I gotta get off my feet. Oh my gosh, they're starting to hurt again. Monkeys took over my government. I was trying to watch that State of the Union. That's nuts. For deaf, you'll need a sign language person like Joe Biden. They can mess with you through radio waves. Thank you, Angel Q Dog. Thank you, thank you. Oh, the charger's over there. I gotta remember to put my feet up tonight. Get a couple extra pillows so I can sleep with my feet up. That might work. I remember when I first got sick with rheumatoid arthritis and diagnosed with it, man, I would get such bad shin splints and my feet would hurt so bad. I literally was unable to walk. My teriyaki steak is going to come out so good. It's been marinating and marinating and marinating. What time is it? 9:30. When I get... I've also been having sharp pains in my belly, too. Sit. For my own entertainment. Man, I don't even know if that's him. He doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. And looking at Nancy Pelosi is like looking at one of those little, I forget what kind of dog, but a dog. The Tesla files. You guys are assholes. You don't know what you're talking about. Ancient Science Discoveries. I love that. That channel. Ancient Secret Discoveries. Let our helicopter dive bomb the house. Sarah, I pray for hedges of protection around you. What was I gonna do? It's 9:30. $6:00. So at 11, I could take my melatonin. And it takes me a long time to fall asleep. My question is, does anyone hear distant chanting at all? Sometimes, yes. But I can't understand what they're saying. But yes. Not right at this second, but I have heard it. Brian's like, get back to being giggly like you were at the beginning of the video. I'm glad that I'm here with you guys. And that we're doing what we're doing. Versus anything else I could be doing with anybody else. That ringing's back in my ears. I mean, of course, reading the Holy Bible and being with Yud Hey Vav Hey is number one and completely outranks you guys. There's no doubt about that. But after that, hanging out with you guys is awesome. Thanks for helping me take care of myself, too. Maybe I should cook my steak with you guys on the phone. We can play Le Chefette Halle. GIMP Le Chefette Halle. I'll even change the title to GIMP Le Chefette Halle because of my feet. I gotta get out my cooking instructions for my steak. I guess it's about 3/4. Actually, that's more like an inch thick. And the best way to cook it, somebody had Omaha steak sent to me. So what I did was I saved the cooking instructions to them. And here they are. Broil. No, I want it just medium. 8 minutes on one side. 6 minutes on the other for broil. And I want it to be 140 to 150. First side, 8 minutes. After turning, 6 minutes. And I gotta get it up to 140. What if it's not 140? Then what do I do? What side do I cook it on, and for how much longer do I cook it on that side? we are having teriyaki steak marinated in teriyaki sauce, white corn, and some sort of noodles that I haven't made yet. So broil, and they want it 2 to 3 inches away from the broiler heat source. No, I'm going to be difficult and just say no. Actually, I should though. That's really close though. Ready, guys? Sorry, I'll try to. You could put it on a rack or a different kind of rack. What do you think? Put it on that one, press 1. Or put it on this one, press 2. What do you guys think? Which one should I put it on? Sounds great. I want to lick this screen and taste it. Do you have a minor ear infection? Ear infection made my ears ring a lot. No, I think I have water in my ear though. Kraft mac and cheese last night. I dreamed it was filet mignon. I hate it. It's almost everywhere I go. I pray for you. 1. All right, 1. Because thank you for helping me cook. I'll just be honest. Angel Q Dog, thank you for helping me cook steak. I'm broiling steak. So 1 for this rack, 2 for that one. But if I chose, I would pick this one. So, perfect. Ooh, you know what I could do? Thank you, New Creation. You know what I could do is put tin foil on the bottom of that. You know what? Forget it. I'll just use elbow grease to scrub it. But yes, since I don't have any of my old cooking books anymore, I figured that like whenever I find something that's really good cooking instructions, I save it. That was one thing I should have made sure I kept was like my cookbooks. Grandma's recipes, Grandma's cookbooks, all of that stuff. Alright, so that's on broil. I wish Saba was here. And then, I'm gonna hang up my towel. I don't want to have a mess. Cast iron grilling pan on a steak. My mac and cheese was, yeah. Nice. My feet. So I got laundry money. I want to go do my laundry soon and keep on top of it. Imagine that, me keep on top of my laundry. And then I eat rich one day and I eat poor the next. Yeah, that sounds like me. Hey, my Sky's 5D. How you doing, Mike? Congratulations. You're recovering at home. I pray for your head. Your skull. Can't believe everything you've went through. That's a lot. I actually have to set my phone down for a moment. Hang on, guys. Make sure the stove isn't hot. Pain-free and empathy intact. Very cool. I hope you stay pain-free. You've been through an awful lot going through that surgery. So I've been marinating this steak since 6:30, or was it 5:30? It's probably 5:30, so it's been marinating for 4 hours. I'd say that's about an inch thick, right? Should I just cook one piece and then leave the rest in here to marinate even longer? And then cook the rest fresh tomorrow? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm only going to cook a small piece tonight. And then I'll cook, because I'll show you what I have. I have 2 other big pieces right here. Look at that. That's a big meal. That's 2 dinners for me right there. But I'd rather have it fresh. So I can cook one tomorrow night, and then I can cook the next one the night after, and they'll be cooked fresh each night. Right? Right, that's what I thought. That way I don't cook it, and then I gotta reheat it, and what a pain in the neck. I mean, it's not that bad. I wouldn't mind doing that, reheating it. But then I got to make sure that I cook the steak rare. So then when I reheat it, I'm not drying the steak out even more to reheat it. See what I mean? Got to pay attention to the details, guys. The details. Did you ever watch, it stuck with me, did you ever watch that movie about the Gaudis? Sammy the Bull? I don't know, that one part stuck with me. If all 3 of them that were hauled into court at the very end, if they all kept their mouths shut and said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember what we said on that tape. I was drunk. I don't even know what you're talking about. They could have probably gotten off with it. But could you imagine Sammy the Bull hearing that tape? Hearing that tape? And what's the first thing you don't do? You don't snitch, and you follow the rules. Well, talking about it out loud is snitching. Once it's done, it's done. You don't talk about it again. Because if you talk about it again, then it's snitching. Could you imagine, I don't know, could you just imagine that whole situation? That whole situation. I couldn't. I would have felt betrayed. Like, why are you talking about everything I did? Why you gotta talk about it? If you didn't talk about it, then nobody would know. But since you're talking about it, everybody knows. I don't know. I could keep that and get rid of this. Where did the other cord go? Hey, keepy eepies. forgot I'm running a live stream. $15 T-bone cooked in the microwave. Ooh. I got a steak and I don't know how to cook it. But I'm not cooking it now. I got a ribeye. I gotta get a pot roast. I actually gotta go shopping, but I can't get all my meats yet. Oh, it's March. Cool. In a couple of weeks, I'm gonna reapply for my food stamps. I hope I get them. That would be a drastic help. More than I can express. Great. When did I put my steak in there? Do you guys remember how long ago? I don't. I'll say it's been in there 3 minutes already. You can't cook steak. You gotta bounce. I will see you later, Angel Q Dog. Have a nice night. Who's Angel Q Dog? Does anybody know who that is? Some of you I know, and some of you I don't know your IDs. $10 too much. I make like, are you kidding me? You know what food stamps did? They held my PayPal against me. They tell me, have everybody that ever donated to your PayPal write that it was a one-time donation and send it to us. So everybody writes a letter for me. What I gave Holly is a one-time donation. They turn around and make me go to court. I get in front of the judge and the judge starts laughing. A one-time donation, ha ha ha. Holly, donations are count as income. Birthday presents and Christmas presents, they're all counted as income. So for everybody to write in that it's a one-time donation, well, it's still counted as income. I don't know why she had you write that. Ha 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 ha. But Holly, I kid you not. But Holly, if it was loan money, well, we don't include loan money as income. Are you going to reapply? I said, yeah, I'm going to reapply. Okay, I'll put that in the notes. Now, if you think at that moment, it's January, February, March, okay, in April, I'm going to reapply. If you think at that moment, back in January, I was going to turn around and have all of my friends rewrite the letters, absolutely not. I was not going to make my friends look like liars after that. So I'm waiting 3 months. I don't know why. It just something popped in my head about waiting 3 months, and then I'm going to reapply. And when I reapply, I'm going to have my friends all write me a letter that on whatever day, whatever amount it was, that it was a loan, and then you guys are just going to have loan forgiveness for me, please, I beg. Complete 1,000% loan forgiveness. And then I can have a letter from everybody and anybody who donated to my PayPal to know that it's loan. I'm surprised PayPal hasn't shut me down yet. They want my tax information. There's no way I'm giving it to them. And even if they send me a 1099, I'm not writing them. I'm not claiming that in taxes. That's BS. It's not income. I'm not working for it. It's a gift and I'm not paying taxes on it. It's nonsense. Paying taxes on a birthday present. Pay taxes because your grandmother gave you a Christmas gift. So the food stamps are like that. Next time I'll just be more prepared. Yeah, it's 1:45. I can't sit still and my feet are like starting to kill me again all over. It's almost 10. Gooberment would probably consider finding a penny on the ground as income. They want their percentage. Yeah, especially with the Biden administration. They want everything. All of it. They want all of it. I had a craving to drink today. And it wasn't for a lack of food, that's for sure. But of course I didn't drink. Like, I don't. I think that would just make me feel worse right now anyway. If I drink, I'll make a stupid decision, and the last thing I need is one of those. Buried treasure, the tax rate goes up for that. Alright. So, I can't remember how long that steak was in there for. Alright, I'll give it another minute and then I'll flip it, because then I'll definitely know it's 6 minutes on one side. I forget how many minutes prior I had put it in. I'm craving cigarettes. No, I shall not have cigarettes. I've been craving cigarettes today, but I'm not having any tonight. Fasting those cigarettes. I hate the Nick Fits. I really do. They drive me crazy. I don't know if my friend's going to be free tonight. But that's okay. I'm all prayed up and ready. Ready to put my tallit on and put the darkness to shame. Alright, now we can flip it. I'm going to have to put you guys down because I don't feel like burning myself. Can I bum a butt from you? I'd love to have a butt right now. But look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm burning it. Yeah, I got my big mess of dishes done. Did I show you my clean countertop? It's been staying clean. I'm really pleased about that. I gotta do my paperwork. My big, huge pile. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. That's gonna take me a few hours. That is my only pile of mess to do. The rest is just cleaning. But that's it. I'm organized otherwise. My kitchen table has 3 different Bibles open. 2 different Bibles open. I wonder what happened with my receipt from today. So if I buy something for that city tax, sales tax, $1, I should probably get going. I'm allergic to cigarettes. Cough, cough from the talk of it. Yeah, right. I love smoking cigarettes. I love vaping. Who am I kidding? I still wish I didn't throw out my vape pen and all of my jam juices. You know, the jam raspberry, jam blueberry, jam blackberry. I had full bottles, like 6 full bottles of my favorite flavors that I would deal with. And I had a brand new vape pen. It was like $50 or $60. It was a pull pen too. You didn't push a button or anything. You just pulled, and that's when it worked. And I wish I had kept it because that was only 3 milligrams, and I really like that pen. It reminds me of this vape pen, where you don't push buttons or have all this fancy stuff. You just inhale, and it works. And it works. I don't like to be fussing with all this stuff. You ever see these vape pens they got nowadays? With all the different knobs and mods and pods and batteries and this and that and too much. I certainly don't want to be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have no other mighty ones against my face. You do not make for yourself a carved image. You do not bring my name, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, your Elohim, to naught. We were just talking about this, last night or the night before? Remember the demonic attack? Where I was talking to the lady downstairs about Jesus' image? She's actually breaking a straight out commandment by keeping that picture. If she brings it up again, I'm going to say, one of the 10 commandments is, it says, we do not make ourselves a carved image. Well, that's a carved image. They use paper and crayons maybe to carve it, whatever, ink and paper, but it's carved. Remember the Sabbath day and kodash it. Kodash it. Respect your father and your mother. Do not, I guess that goes back to loving your neighbor. Respect your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Do not covet. Yeah, I wonder if that famous musician's girl knows that her boyfriend is committing adultery. I don't want him. She can have him. Could you imagine if I stayed with that musician back in 2020, what kind of life I would have had with him? If he's doing that with me and he's got a girlfriend, what he would have been doing behind my back? She can definitely keep him. I don't want that kind of trash. I had told my ex one time, I'm like, if you're calling your ex to make me jealous, you're not. At this point, I wish that you'd just go back to her and get out of my house. Get your stuff, get your kid, and get out of my house. Stop using my car, stop wasting my time, get out of my bed, get out of my house. Like, she can have you. I'm not the jealous type. I'm more than happy to put you in the car and drop you off at her house and never look back. You've got no idea. No idea. Roxy, it's a daily thing with me, the demonic attacks. It's another reason why I just would prefer to live recluded and seclusive. My walk is alone anyway with Heavenly Abba. Abba can move me, and Abba can utilize me as his vessel if I'm on my own. If there's a guy latched onto me, like in the past all the time, leeched onto me, sucking me dry for everything I have, and killing my spirit, then Abba can't use me. So I definitely want to stay by myself because I want him to be able to use me. That is more important to me than what any dude thinks he's got to offer on this earth. I'm supposed to let it sit, right? For a couple of minutes. What if it's not all the way cooked? I'm supposed to let this steak sit for like 15 minutes before I cut it. Hey, Lincoln, you got a minute-long day? Can't find my, all right. Well, I got your prayers. Yeah, you know what? We're not talking about that right now. We'll talk privately, Lincoln, not here. I hope that you have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, I feel it's, yeah, men drain me. They get in my way. Then they get this jealous stuff. Then they think that they're just so great they can put themselves before God. Or worse yet, they think that, oh, they're a content provider, and then they want to start selling you in your relationship with God. As clickbait, I can't stand that stuff. Heavenly Abba, please bless my new water filter, and I need more too. This one, I think I put it in January, February, March. The light's not going off on it. That is really weird. That's really weird. This one turned white. It's only green or red. Ah! Wow, I hate having city water. I really miss having well water, especially to take a shower with. But you know what? Well water at this point is completely contaminated anyway. And when you live by a cell tower, your water's contaminated right then and there. You know what? I think I need to get a whole Brita apparatus again because this thing does not work right. This piece, like, it should either be all green or all red, not a white, not a red dot with a white background. Our water is heavily loaded with pesticides from the farmers. I miss showering with well water. I think I need a whole new apparatus. No. Where's one of you big, strong men in my chat room? Can you come here and, like, twist this on tighter for me? You know what? I got my tools in the closet. I'll fix it tomorrow. Okay. Bad minerals. Thank you, new creation. Yeah, I wish I could have a filter. For my shower. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. I think it came out good. this, guys. Look at this. La Chapette. Halle. I wanted it medium. And I even let it sit too, so you know it's good. Here's the other side of it. Alright, let's go eat. Sava's gonna love it. Keeper's gonna love it. I would keep saying Sava, Sava, Sava. I keep missing Sava, 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 to be honest with you. You know, and that's another thing. Did you notice? No, you guys didn't notice because you didn't know what ID he was under. And at this point, he's probably got a new one, for all I know, coming in under one that I don't know. But did you notice? After all that time, he didn't even once say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear about Sava." So self-centered and so into himself. The last time I called him, the second to last time I called him, I said, "Sava's sick. She's dying and I'm a mess." "Oh yeah, give me a call if you ever need something." Dude, I'm calling you now. Are you kidding me? I'm calling you now. You're fucking useless, dude. Excuse my language, guys, but I'm not someone for fluff anyway. Just, anyway, and he comes in my chat room. He hears me talking about Sava's death. I even pointed out the box to him. He doesn't even say, "Oh, I'm sorry, my condolences." Nothing. That's another reason why I want nothing to do with that guy. Passover. Never says happy Passover. Christmas. Never says happy Hanukkah. Nothing. So inconsiderate. But once he gets on the phone, "Oh, is it bad that I masturbate to you? I love you, Holly. I've been friends with David for all my life just to be your friend." No, you only met me 3 years ago. How can you say you're like friends with someone else for 30 years just to be around me? You only met me 3 years ago. Our mutual friend met me 20 years ago, as well as my grandmother. I'm glad that triggering has come to an end, and I hope that he watches the videos and he finally gets a damn clue to stay away. The last time I told him on the phone, too, on a day before his birthday, I said, "I ain't going to be there to stand around and watch you blow your candles out on your cake. You're a lying, cheating sack of being a hypocrite, to say the least. All you care about is your penis, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. Please just keep it to your girlfriend, and I'm not her. You know, the one that you went to the Renaissance Fair with? Please stay with her, not me. And take a hint. Don't come back, because I don't want to go through this triggering again. And you're older than me, and you should know better, dude." And I told him time and time again. Well, now I have my support system and all of HTV aware. I don't appreciate it. He's hurt me in the past. I want him to stay away for good. Oops, sorry. Keep. Move back. And watch. He won't get the hint, and next month he'll be back. And "But I broke up with my girlfriend." It's okay now, Hal. See? No, dude. I don't want you either way. Sorry to talk so much about it, but I mean, he actually made me feel like shit. I'm good enough when he feels like talking to me, but any other time when I need something, I wasn't good enough to talk to. I'll talk to you later, new creation. Heavenly Abba, thank you for my teriyaki steak. Ooh, I'll heat up corn and I'll have like a partial dinner. I love you, Heavenly Abba, and please join me for it. It's good. I drowned it in teriyaki sauce, as you can tell. But it's good. I think it came out just right. It's really good, guys. Thank you for helping me cook it. This is my third meal today. I took care of myself. Heavenly Abba will answer my prayer and fasting because I ate 3 square meals, 2 desserts, and 1 snack. And he'll answer my prayer and fasting today. And I've been praying and fasting for you guys. Thanking you for what you've done for me in December and January, but also joining you guys in your spiritual warfare, but also because there's water baptism, Holy Spirit baptisms, Brian, but we can't talk about this stuff because there's so many demonic attacks going along. And there's also anointments and holy oil happening. And there is a beautiful evangelist directly ordained by Abba who's helping me because I can't think and I have writer's block and I really don't know where to look in the Bible and I'm not groomed in that area. But just because I don't know the Bible better than Satan doesn't mean I am any less of a Christian than the next person. The next person doesn't know the Bible better than Satan either. So even if they know it better than me, it doesn't mean that I'm any less ordained. I have a whole slew of spiritual gifts that Heavenly Abba set me up with. Hey, it's my Dory Do. How are you? I love you. I was thinking of you today. I was looking for a new song that I can listen to that reminds me of you. That is not like a rap song, but more of a Christian worship song. But it's got to be like a thrash metal. We're going to kick darkness back. We're going to use our mantles. Get back, darkness. Ah! Get back, darkness. Get back, darkness. Ah! We'll do thrash metal Christian music. I think Brian is really a very famous person behind his ID. I'm going to guess who Brian is. Okay. I'm going to guess Brian's characteristics. I bet Brian is a really famous dude. Are you? Inquiring minds want to know who's behind that ID. Wait, what? That's what I mean about the blue. I miss comments. Hang on there, Dory Do. Oh, jeez. Oh, now I can see what I'm doing. By accident, I threw out, well, it was my podcasting kit ran about $350. That was the mic, a little stand for the mic, a desk stand, the headphones, and the mixing board. So the mic, if 3 pieces, you figure each piece being $50. The mixing board, the mic, and the headset. The headphones broke because I tripped over the cord too many times. I was so embarrassed and upset. I didn't want to tell Johnny, but I did. And he's like, "It's okay, Holly, it happens." And he was easy going on me. And I felt horrible, to be honest. But then when I went through the demonic attack, I failed to look inside a box. And I thought it was empty, but it wasn't empty. That's where I had all of my podcasting equipment. I had a mic, I had the stand. Also, at HTV Studios on my desk too, I had other accessories that I'm not using currently that I had in that box. Well, I threw it out. So now I'm down a mic stand, plus accessories. There goes $100. Now, the very expensive mic that Johnny got me, it's like a $70 mic he got for $40 or something like that, or an $80 mic he got for $40 or $50. I still have that, and I still have the mixing board, but I felt so horrible. Give me 1 second, Dory. Excuse me. So, I don't have a microphone. I don't have a microphone, Dory, because by accident I threw out the microphone. I hollied it. But I'm blaming the demons on that one. After this, I gotta get corn. Because I threw my mic out, Dory. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dory. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. My neighbor next door is going to be like, "Holly, your singing sounds like, it just sounds as bad as your victory dance. Don't do it." It's your birthday and I'll cry if I want to. Hey guys, it's Dory's birthday. I get to cry. I'm so happy. That was beautiful. I was thinking about going, "Happy birthday." I should have. Let's do a remake. Happy birthday. I gotta get like that Ginger from Gilligan's Island look, and I gotta sound like Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Who Should Be President. Happy birthday to you. Everybody's going to be like, "What the hell is wrong with Holly?" It's that medicinal cannabis, isn't it? Oh, no. You can't blame that, okay? The second you take my pain away from me, my mental, emotional, and physical pain, my personality comes out and my sense of humor comes back because I don't have all those things weighing me down. So the reason why I didn't do the Marilyn Monroe, I'll do the Marilyn Manson birthday song for you, Dory do. But I won't do Marilyn Monroe because I don't want anybody thinking that, "What's wrong with Holly?" Any worse than they're asking, "What's wrong with Holly?" Encore, encore. that really good love song. Oh, I gotta close my bathroom door because I get a little too loud. Boop, boop, keepy, keepies. Oh, yeah, I didn't save you. Yeah, I did give you. I did give you pieces. The Honey Drippers song. It's my next singing telegram. I've done it before to people, but I actually need a new singing telegram. You know what the famous musician dude never got? Was a singing telegram from yours truly. And oh yeah, I was doing singing telegrams back in 2020. This song. Wait, that's a commercial.
Saved a bunch of money. When I bundled with the alpaca.
Here we go. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were mine. I want to tell you just how much I love you. I'm like a hopeless romantic here. I mean, I should be able to woo any man off his feet with my singing talents and skill sets. The sea of love. I want to tell you, oh, just how much I love you. You. Dory, you could be like, I've got an ex-super soldier serenading me for my birthday. How many people can say that happened to him? Oh, Brian. Shucks, Brian. You know all the right things to say at all the right times. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait, no, we got to do a curtsy. I'm bringing my brush back to HTV Studios so I can use it later as a microphone since I threw mine out. You see what I just did? See, when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I would put the milk away in the laundry basket. I'd find, things out of place. I would just misplace things like I misword things. But now that I know I'm DID, dissociative identity disorder, the same thing happens. I misplace things and put them in odd places. Like the brush is not okay. It needs to go back in the bathroom underneath the sink where it belongs. Come with me, Dory, as we put the microphone away. A little white in my teeth so I can look pretty for you the next time I serenade you. My resume right now. Hey, maybe I could give them a singing telegram and woo them off their feet so they'll give you the job. Yeah, right. They'll be like, we're going to give you a severance package, but you didn't hire me. That's okay. We're going to give you a 2-week severance package. Please never come back. Take that singing person with you. Hang on one second. Excuse me a moment. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, hang on 1 second. Sorry. I'm trying to. Roxy! Yeah, we're still here. Where else am I going to go, Roxy? I keep a mic in my back pocket just in case someone needs it. Never know when the rhythm's going to get you. I like how I am replacing my lash outs with laughter since December. You guys have really brought out the more positive sides of my personality. But I've really been trying my heart out to stop with the lash outs. Even in my diary. You guys are really good for me. You really are. You're positive impact. What I need to change now is I need to write in my notepad first all of my ruminations and confessions and then post it up later. That way I have a hard copy of it. Everything, all of my waking up process has been on Google Plus and Facebook. Look up RNC and ruminations and confessions posts. You'll get stuff I don't remember. Like when I was in Maryland, my altars were coming forward and I was just saying anything and everything. Those people, oh, it's a new altar, it's a new altar. No, it's not new. I met them all before. It's me. None of me is new to me. There are things unknown and hidden, but they're not new. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. They're not new. Everything about me is old. None of it's new. There's altars that I can't access. I can see them, but I can't access them. And that, well, I know Yeshua HaMashiach is bigger than all those concerns. All right, so we got to finish eating dinner. I'm only partially done. And if I want Abba to accept my prayers and fasting for my loved ones, I got to take care of myself because that's a demon. If I don't take care of myself, guys, I'm out of disobedience. And look at me. I've been out of disobedience for a while. I need my diet and my exercise back. So really the only one that can help me is me because I got to do the work. If you guys want to help me, you know what you can do? Get me free Bibles so I can give them out to people. I need Bibles. So like when I work with someone, or I bless someone, or I baptize someone, when I work with someone, meaning when they come to me for counsel, whether it's marriage counseling, which I'm not too good at all that marriage counseling stuff, although that's not true. I put myself down. I'm not very conventional. I don't have a finesse of words. I see things though. I can still give you counsel, but it's more like spiritual than anything, you know. You know, it's more like, what does Abba show me? What is Abba saying? Like, when I'm talking to you, what do I pick up on? Are there any red flags? Are there anything I need to be praying about? So when you get counsel from me, it's a little bit unconventional. It really is. I do a lot of praying. I do a lot of listening. I just talk to you normally. But if Abba shows me anything, like the other day, Abba was showing me stuff. Now, I tried to have a conversation with a woman, with Safi, Huntress, many months ago, and I got interrupted. And when I got interrupted, I couldn't remember the thought. And it wasn't my thought. It was actually Abba was giving me a visual of her. And the visual he was giving me of Huntress, I was trying to tell her and articulate. Well, then her and I tried to rejoin our call the next day for me to finish. And it was just everything eluded me. And I lost half the message. Well, the other day we were on the phone and I got to give her the other half of the message. It came back. It wasn't in the same way that Abba showed me the first time, but he gave me the message back and I was able to articulate to her that yes, in fact, she does have a connection with Yudhe Vavhe, and I can see it, and I'm not lying. Abba gave me a few more things to say, and I praise, glorify, and worship Abba. I did what he said, and see, she needed to know, and I'm going to tell you guys this. She needed to know that the connection she has with Heavenly Abba is just as strong, thick, brilliant, and undestructible as my connection with him. Honest to God. Joyce Dawn 100, how are you? At job interviews, it works better to go into the CEO's office and tell him he's fired. Hostile takeovers. Brian, I got a huge question for you. I got to get down on a knee for this, Brian. I'm serious. Brian, in my 47 years, Brian, will you do me the honor of being my partner in crime? I would ever be so honored if you'd be my partner in crime, but you can be the male, you can be I need a male counterpart. Will you be my male counterpart, partner in crime? My female counterpart and main accomplice is always going to be Dory Dew. But, you know, with what you just said there, I was wondering, will you be my partner in crime? I know I'm asking a little late for Valentina month, but I thought it doesn't hurt to ask. Hey, JK, you're back. But keep the commandments of God, though. We're going to have to get Brian a cape. Yeah, Brian, we'll get you a cape. Yeah. I guess it's okay to include him, Dory. He seems to be all right. He seems to be on the page. Oh, even Keeper's weighing in. Yeah, she's only weighing in because she wants treaties, but she was like, what? Yeah, we got to get him a cape. He'd be a nice addition to the two of us. Just But we'll have to keep him at home a lot, Dory do, because he's definitely a greenhorn and wet behind the ears. But he's doing so far so good. Your soaking feet and praying touched my spirit. Honestly, Joyce Dawn, I know it's a old cat litter pan, but I bought Save a cat litter pan I didn't like. She didn't mind, but I didn't like it, so I got her one that I did like. But anyway, I didn't know what to do with the one that I'd given her, so I turned it into a thing that I can soak my feet in. Otherwise, what I was using was these things from the dollar store. I go to the dollar store and get these. But I put Epsom salt in it. Oh, my feet hurt. It feels like it's my blood in veins because when my heart beats, my toes pulsate. They feel so tender and throbbing, but it's a weird... But you could probably say it's like a diabetic pain, but I don't have the diabetes. But I chalk it up to being fibromyalgia and arthritis, but I've been... Great minds think alike. Great minds act alike, Joyce Dawn. Oh, come on, Kate. Stop with the barking. I wish you'd like to play frisbee and fetch. It's been painful. I can't remember having a winter this bad since 2017, the beginning of 2018. Or no, it was the end of 2016. I remember New Year's 2016 when I told my ex's ex that him and I had been together and he got mad. And my attorney was pissed off. He was like, well, screw him, Holly. If your ex who collapsed your lung is mad that you told his ex that you guys have been hanging out together, well, he can go kiss off. I was like, right? Wow. That's why my attorney never liked him, is because he was trying to hide me, and I wasn't trying to be hidden, and I wasn't trying to play games. And my attorney did not like that, like the games that he was playing with me. And he did not like the fact that he had cheated on me either. There were a few reasons why my attorney did not like my ex and did not want me with him, and why I hid the fact that I even let my ex and his kid move in with me. If I had asked my attorney at the beginning, my attorney would have said, no, Holly, it's me or him. And then if my attorney had found out I took him back, my attorney would have disowned me. And I knew that my attorney would disown me, and I still took my ex back. So you ladies out there dealing with battered women syndrome, if you need help, come to me. Don't take him back. You're going to jeopardize really great people in your life. Moreover, you're jeopardizing yourself. And we've all been through it. Don't be embarrassed. And you have a friend. You have a community. Ladies. And I know there's some men out there that have been abused, but most men nowadays, they play this card. Oh yeah, my girlfriend took the kids and the court's siding with my girlfriend because she's a girl. But really, I'm the best father. I'm the best parent out of the two of us. The court's just siding with the mother because the courts always side with the mother. No, man, you're a deadbeat dad, and now you're trying to weasel your way out of that to say, oh, the courts always side with the mother. When no, they're siding with the mother in your specific case because you're a deadbeat. You're going nowhere. You can't hold down a job. And guess what? Now you got another girl pregnant? Great. Another kid untaken care of, or only partially taken care of. And that's through money through the state and governmental programs. Never let a good crisis go to waste. With the CV scare, you can cough and sneeze at the Walmart exit and people drop food and run in fear. And it's keeping within the commandments as well. Oh my goodness. He definitely deserves a cape. You're right, Dory. Free to sneeze. Joyce Dawn, I hope I never alienate you with my posts, because I know I lash out and filter. The only filter I have is that I do not use people's names. If I do use someone's name, I always say I love them. Now, there have been occasions where I have not done that, and I've used somebody's name and said something bad. I always come back and apologize publicly about that. But then there's sometimes, I'll be honest, people come in my chat room using their name, and then they expect me not to use their name when they turn around and gang stalk me. I don't go for that. If people are gang stalking me, I'm going to use their name. Like Patty, like Sarah, like Tara, like Astrid, like Heidi, like Jessica. Who else we got going on that I didn't name? You come in my chat room, you use your names, you gang stalk me, harass me, and threaten me. I'm not going to be scared and a coward and not say your names. Now, I didn't give your last name. I didn't give any details about who you are. And no offense, Jessica's and Patty's and Sarah's and Tara's. I know about 10 of you with the same name. And I don't want to alienate the other 9 people that are actually my loved ones and my friends. But I'm not going to sit here and rattle off 9 of their last names just so they feel comfortable. The gang stalkers are fully aware of who they are. My loved ones with those same names. I love you guys, okay? I recognize you, Joyce Dawn. It's just been a while, honey. I like that hostile takeover. Oh my gosh. Can we do that to a famous musician? Can we go to his house, do a hostile takeover, and erase Holly Baglio from his computer and cell phone, and then we can be like the Men in Black and put our sunglasses on and get out that little flashy thingy and go, there is no Holly. You don't know who she is. She's a fake. You've never heard the name before in your life. We can hostilely take over, taking back my name from his memory and memory banks of electronics. I like Robert Plant. He's got some nice music. And I like the sound of it. Sometimes certain songs of his can make me feel lonely. But I like the harmonies in them. Being lukewarm is simple, and that is what is frightening to me. We belong to Yeshua. Selah, I don't want to be lukewarm either. Joyce, that's why I always say, following is too slow of a pace for me. I want to chase him. Not to slight Jesus' followers, but I want to be on white hot Calvin fire for him. Thirst, passion, all of it. I hate Nick Fitz. I don't want a cigarette. I want food. I want to replace cigarettes with food. Thanks for joining me for dinner, guys. For joining me with dinner. I love cigarettes. I love smoking. I don't want to quit. For me, it's an addiction, and for me, Abba drew my attention to it. Now, back in May 2014, when he put the cross on my forehead, I said, Abba, I won't smoke cigarettes. The most I'll do is my vape pen. Well, through those 7 years, I couldn't even stick to it. I bounced back and I did this shuffle between cigs and a vape pen and both. Well, a couple of months ago, Abba drew my attention to it, and he wants me to get rid of the smoking entirely because it's an addiction and it's a demon for me. I need handcuffs to be around cigarettes. So right there, that is a cause for concern. And in my case, that's two gods ruling a house. Abba's not going to accept that, and that could be a salvation issue for me personally, but I'm not saying that it is for you. But I'm not coming down on you, Joyce. I had cigarettes this morning. I just smoked today, Joyce. I'm a sinner. I want to give up the repeated habit of that. You know, if I could keep it to one a day, that'd be great, but I can't keep it to one. The tar from cigarettes makes it hard for me to breathe. Save yourself the problem. It's best to quit. I'm going to quit altogether. Altogether. For my medicine, I'm not going to quit smoking. I'm not going to be able to. What if I run out and I go ask somebody, hey, can you help me? And they're like, sure, I'll smoke you up a blunt. I'm going to have to stand there and smoke it. If I'm strapped and in pain. But that's a different scenario. But as far as cigarettes and vaping, I do. I really do. I can give it up. And if I can give it up, then there's nothing holding me back. And I feel that if I can give it up, I definitely should give it up. Because if I don't, then I'm just denying his strength and power in my life, and then he can't really use me. So I struggle with it. The demons give me a run for my money. That was the weirdest thing. A song came on, and it reminded me of Townsend. I'm so glad I'm not in Townsend, Tennessee. Before I had a thought, this goes back. I started when I was 18. You can give it up. You've gone up. Just remember back to your life when you weren't addicted to it. You've led more of your life without that ball and chain than you've had with it. I pray that your success to break it and stay away from it. I enjoy it though. And you're back. This goes back to my dreams when I was saying how my home here is in my dreams, and what it looks like in my dreams is beautiful. It almost has the layout of a hotel, and you guys are there with me. You're just in another area. That's right. This place looks so beautiful. But anyway, last night I had a dream and it was so vivid. I remember 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Wherever I moved, I had dreams about that place. And the houses, they'd always have these rooms that were haunted. And it was like, mother-daughter type style house in my dreams. And the rooms were haunted. And things would move. And ghosts would terrify you inside those rooms. In my dreams, I'll have a dream where the building is haunted. And inside the dream, the ghost is tormenting me inside that building. Or the demon, whatever. But anyway, last night I had a dream and I walked past one of the houses that was haunted that I used to live in. And I saw the dream of this house. In the dream, the house was haunted. In reality, I used to live in a house, but I also dreamt of it. And in the dream, it was haunted. But last night, I walked past one of these houses I lived in. And as I walked past it, no demons came out and attacked me. And the windows, as I walked past it, were all boarded up. And it was empty. I think I've gotten around a bend. I think I've gotten around a huge bend since December, January, and February. I'm in this transition period right now. Like 7 years ago when I first woke up from MK Ultra, as well as being called from Heavenly Abba, now I'm going through another very profound transition period. I would say profound. And I would say he is anointing me during this transition period. So I definitely want to quit smoking so I don't let him down. He'll still anoint me, but I want to get rid of it fully. I don't know. That's what you're telling me, Abba, I believe, in Yeshua's name. I am so happy to be here in my own home and here in New Jersey. It sucked all those times driving up from Maryland on Route 287, seeing Stortsville. I remember sadly having to drive back down to Maryland to the Plastic Christians home. The only thing I could think about was Sava and keep her, Sava and keep her. I miss Sava so much and worried about her the most. And I remember about to exit out of Jersey and seeing Stortsville. And I remember thinking, man, I wonder if there's a place there. Even on this next exit, even on the last exit before you leave Jersey, there's got to be a place to rent. I don't want to leave Abba. I'm only going back to Maryland because I want to get Keeper and Sava. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be around those people. I just want to be home and come home. These people turned my life upside down and hid behind the name of Jesus and the fact that they're 30-year-long Christians and they know better. Meanwhile, they don't. They're religious fanatics where there's something really wrong with them. There's something wrong with me for listening to him. And I told her too, I'm like, you got bad advice and you never listened to me. Your advice is bad. That's why I don't ask you. That's why I don't ask you. She took that relationship in all sorts of directions. I didn't see it coming. She's a Fruit Loop, that one. I understand, Joyce. Executives that grew wealthy from tobacco. I pray that Heavenly Abba breaks generational sin. I just lost the words to pray for you, Joyce. I'm sorry, that's a demon attack. But I bind and cast you down. All Heavenly Abba, Holy Spirit, help me. All praise, love, glory, and worship to you, Hevafe. Can you please help me pray, Holy Spirit? Because I lost it, and that demon is here now. Heavenly Abba, I pour the blood of the Lamb on Joyce. We pray to break all generational curses that are on her in Yeshua's name. Please send down your warring angels and help us to pray. Help us to use our mantles, and may those warring angels kick the darkness in its teeth and send it back to whence it came. May your angels minister to us, Heavenly Abba, and give us sanctuary and refuge in Yeshua's name. Can those warring angels please help us break the generational curses that are afflicting Joyce Dawn in Yeshua's name, but also we'd like to renew our prayers personally for breaking generational curses in our own lives in Yeshua's name, whether it be from my grandparents, parents, great-grandparents. I had my second bilateral pulmonary embolism. My lungs hurt so bad. I really thought if I didn't fight, I could just drift off to death. That's how I felt with a collapsed lung. And I was like, I gotta quit. I'm never smoking again after this. But there was a time I thought, actually I did. I woke up with the doctor standing around my bed. They're like, you're not breathing. I can't imagine, Dory, what you've been through. I'm glad you quit, but more than that, I'm glad you're still here with us. I'm selfish. I get to enjoy your friendship in my life, and I don't want you to be anywhere else but in my life. My lungs broke. Smoking equals death. Oh, yeah, Joyce Dawn, we pray for each other a lot here. Speaking of which, I pray for Nancy. She suffers through bad health. Sarah, Amanda, James, and Zeus. Who else has health? Huntress. Who else has health? Joni, Candace, Bonnie. Who else have I been talking? Rita. All right, what is it? 11 o'clock. I know the struggle, those cigarettes. They're, yeah. I quit. My friend started laughing at me. He's like, oh, yeah, sure. I always hear you quit. And then you're in the store buying a pack. I was like, yo, at least I'm trying. Even if I only get 3 or 4 days without one, that's still 3 or 4 days. And then when I do quit, you never give me a break and let me break out of it. You keep me stuck in the past and never let me live anything down. Never let me live anything down. That's the one bad thing about having friends is they never let you live it down. My ex was great for that. He'd always throw stuff in my face. And it's like, you'll never let me break out of that perception that you've got me locked in inside your head. I'm always going to be that Holly that you think you know that I know you don't because you think you got everything worked out. You don't. Go do another line, son. So I ate my dinner, guys. My prayer and fasting is accepted. Gasping for air, but death will lose me. I could go for a cigarette just talking about it. Sucks when you gasp for air as you vomit from the cramps and every... Wow. Brian, I pray for your health. Maybe I should take my poppy seed tonight. Maybe I could use a good night's sleep. Maybe that is a good idea. Yeah. Maybe it is a good idea. That one morning, though, I wanted to sleep till 8:30, and instead I picked up the phone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my phone off like I normally do. I'm going to start turning it off. I'll turn it back on when I wake up in the morning. Same with my computer, but then this way I just sleep. How are you guys going to get in touch with me if there's an emergency? Excuse me. Easy. Ask Heavenly Abba if you can send a prayer to me. I bind and cast you out in Yeshua's name. Ask Heavenly Abba if you can send a prayer to me to wake me up, to give you a call because you need me. So ask him to send that prayer to me in Jesus' name. I do that sometimes. I say, Abba, I would like this person to call me. Will you give them a prayer? Is it possible for you to nudge them to tell them to call me? And I got to tell you, a lot of times it's very uncanny. You guys show up. Now, I'm not summoning you. I'm not sending telepathic messages. But you guys will pop in my head, and then a day or two, even sometimes 3 days later, you'll pop up. Or somebody I haven't talked to in like 3, 4, or 5 years, I'll think of them, and boom, the next thing I know, they're in my chat room and say, I was just thinking of you, honestly. Like, so if I tell you you're on my mind, I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. I should just write down what day and what time you pop in my head. That's why I always try to improve my communication and just pick up the phone and call you guys. That way I can say hi and, oh, you guys ready? Horrible childhood for my problems, but I know I have to answer for a call. Mocking God will sure allow you to be thrown in the wolves. That virtual world. Sleep eludes you. I'll pray for you to be able to get sleep. I'll sleep like 3, 4, 5 hours and then I'm awake. And I might be able to get to sleep again, you know, for the remaining part. I'm always waking up constantly. Ugh. Oh, what you do for sleep, that is horrible. Excuse me. Yuck. And on that note, you know what, guys? I did take 4 doses of my medicine today. But I was awake all day long with no naps. And I took 4 doses of medicine. They were not, only 2 out of the 4 doses today were full doses, meaning I got my dropper fulls, I got my gummies, and I got my cart hits. Typically, I'll just get my droppers and maybe a bowl of weed, which is like this new bowl I got is only like 3 or 4 hits. It's smaller. It's not huge and big like my other one. It's just right. And that's all I have. I don't have one hitters. I don't like those. So I don't have a bunch of apparatuses around here. I really, truly do just use it for medicine. And then, you know what? I don't think I'm smoking it right. Right? I really don't think I'm smoking it right. I'm not. When I exhale, I only get a little tiny bit of air that comes out. It's not a big cloud of smoke. So I think I don't know how to properly smoke my medicinal cannabis, because when I exhale, there's never a cloud of smoke that comes out. Like even when I've done dab hits in the past, everybody else had to work the apparatus and just tell me when to inhale. I know that sounds stupid, but like bongs are easy to use because you can see the smoke, you're inhaling it. I don't know what my problem is recently. Is there a carb on the ball? Hey, not sure. It's great to see you, honey. One of my favorites is in my chat room. It looks like a dreidel, right? Doesn't it? This was the only one that didn't look like a... It's still kind of... Well, then I was thinking it looks like a spike. Then I was thinking maybe it looks like a magic mushroom. And you know, sometimes magic mushrooms can... Well, the other pipes they had, I think they looked like a sexual organ too much so. We'll get to that question in a second. I like this though. It's far enough away from my face that I don't burn my eyelashes off. I haven't had eyelashes in 2 years. So, and I like the way it is. Yeah, the carbs at the end. And it's nice and straight, so it's easy cleaning and nothing stays in there or collects in there. I like this. You ever seen Harry Nielsen, The Point? Everybody's got a point besides Oblio. Well, now, I'm the only one that has a point. Like Oblio's the only one with a round head, but everybody else has a point on their head. A pointed head. Yeah. Well, I'm the only one with a pipe that's got a point. It's not round. No, I'm kidding. I'm not the only one. But my pipe's got a point on it. It's not round. It's abnormal. It's got a point. Me, I've got no point. I've got a round head. My bowl's got a point, though. Harry Nielsen, the point. Anyway, never mind. I like this. I really like it. It's like perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Like, perfect. As far as pot is sin. Well, alright. God said that He made all the seed-bearing plants for us. I was prescribed 33 prescriptions as I'm fully disabled, and I wanted to come off of them. I was actively taking 12. Heavenly Abba said, Holly, I made the plant for you. Go use it. And because His words are still living, that means He can still cure and heal us. So I was able to come off of all of my prescriptions. Some of my medical conditions I was completely cured and healed of. Just because I came off my prescription pills and procedures does not mean that the symptoms of my health diagnoses that weren't cured and healed ceased and desist. Oh no, they persisted on. It's just that I didn't want to take sorcery, alchemy, and pharmacon. I chose to use the plant that Heavenly Abba made for us. Now the Christian community has drugged me through literal hell and raked me over coals on this issue, but I am now legal. Marijuana in the state of New Jersey is legal. You can go and get alcohol. So alcohol's legal if you're the right age. Well, marijuana's legal if you're the right age. If you abuse it, then it's a sin. I'm not speaking recreationally. That's another topic. I'm speaking medicinally. I have my medicinal cannabis card, license card thing, but I'm using it medicinally. And I have that right to decide what I want to do for my medical treatment. The Christian community should not play doctor. Only God is doctor. And the Christian community should not play prescription. Only Yeshua is prescription. The Christian community will tell you that you're not saved and you're not born again if you use marijuana. But if you're done up on a bunch of pills, it's okay then, even though that's sorcery and alchemy. When medicinal marijuana is a seed-bearing plant that He made us, but those pills in the prescription bottle are not. But hey, that's according to the Christian community that has drugged me through hell over this issue. I am not only an ordained minister, I'm a part of the medicinal cannabis program here in New Jersey, and it's working out quite lovely, if you ask me. A lot better than when the doctors put me on all those prescriptions. But whatever works for you, take it. If it's prescriptions, take it. If it's medicinal marijuana, take it. Only God is your doctor and Yeshua is your prescription. Everybody else can see their way out of an A and B conversation. This is your health, not theirs. You're the one that's suffering, not them. You take it to Abba. And you know what? If you don't need to tell these people what you do for your health. It's not their business anyway. It's against the law for them to ask you in the first place. And then they want to turn around and dictate to you what you can and can't do for your health, and then dangle a carrot in front of your face and go, oh, you're not born again if you use medicines we don't want you to use. Get out of here. I ain't trying to have any of that. Excuse me, but my altars are here, and if you see certain reactions that, yeah, I'm co-conscious, and I'm not getting into the altar conversation right now. 8 years ago. No, pot is not a sin. About 8 years ago. Yeah, I just got my license now. 8 years ago I was using it, but now, Joyce Dawn, now I am fully legal. I is fully legal. And it's a much better way of life and living. I'd rather live out of a bag. Baglio, bag. I'd rather live out of a bag of medicinal marijuana than a bottle of prescriptions. I'll stick with the bags, thanks. I used to be money bags, but I'm not. Maybe now I can be funny bags. No, I'm kidding. My dad's nickname was Bags, and when I started meeting my father's friends, they started calling me Baby Bags. They do their scripts. Oh, yeah, those Christians do their scripts regularly for their blood pressure and their diabetes, and that alters their bodies and minds, but that's okay. But my medicinal cannabis, hey, that's a sin. Yeah, I'm tired of it with them. I'm tired of it. I'm putting my foot down with them. Oh, you can't preach from the pulpit. You have no right to be in the Freedom Deliverance Ministry if you're smoking weed. Wanna bet? Medicinal marijuana breaks down the mind control hypnosis and the mind control programming. And that's the only reason why I got my memories back is because I used medicinal marijuana to come off of all my prescriptions. Once I got off all those prescriptions, my memories came back. I was no longer dumbed down by the pill bottles, and the marijuana broke down the amnesia walls. And now I've got quality in my life. I've got a quality life now, thanks to it. Because Abba said, Holly, I made you a plant, now go use it. You can come off of these things. My word is still living and curing, so it can cure and heal you still. Paralyzed me to my chair and gave me a vision of good and evil. Then I was told, make a choice. I stuck a spiritual nerve by creating that virtual world. Wow, Brian. I thought that's why when you said you weren't mobile, because I was like, Abba, he doesn't have a DWI. That's not why he's not mobile, is it? And Abba was like, no, Holly, it's not from a Dewey. I'm really sorry, Brian. You probably told me a million times before, but honestly, I've got such a bad memory. And then there's other times I got a great memory. I can remember every detail. You'd be surprised. But I remember asking Abba that recently, and I felt really, I sent you up a bunch of prayers. Has special receptors just for, what else can you say? Yeah, the brain has special receptors for medicinal cannabis. Now, recreationally speaking, yeah, I would rather see people smoke cannabis than drink alcohol, because every domestic violence situation I was ever a part of, the dude was drinking and sometimes on pills or cocaine, but the dude was always drinking when he beat me up. He was never stoned, he was never on marijuana, he was always drinking, and then the combination of cocaine, pills were added to the drinking. So every time a guy beat me up, it was because they were drunk and mixing it. So recreationally speaking, yeah, I'd rather see people smoke weed than drink alcohol. Hey, Debbie, how are you? You see me nasty, bitter drunks, but you don't see me nasty, bitter potheads. You don't. You might think potheads are dodos and slow and dope heads, but they're not nasty, bitter, and flipping out. Hey, Debbie, how are you? I made it. I'm going to make it till 12 o'clock. Guys, I made it today. 3 full meals. No naps. If I can keep this up, what's it been, 3-4 days? It's probably been a little bit longer than that. What's it been, 3-4 days? 5 or 6 days? Oh, I hope I can keep this up, Heavenly Abba. I only go for 3 or 4 days and then I flop for 3 or 4 days. Then I'm good for 3 or 4 days, then I flop. I just want to do good and stay good. Maybe with this medicinal marijuana script, I will stay good. Right? Virtual world, computer game. I'm curious too, Dory Doo. I want to see it, but I don't want to ask Brian. I don't want to pry or be rude, but I'm nosy. What is so amazing? Look at Yeshua. 12 disciples, they were supposed to be the worst of the sinners, and they loved our God so much, and yes, they did so much wrong, but yeah, there you go, Joyce. They were on fire, passion for Abba. Giving their possessions away, me too. I even show the forbidden fruit bowl, and then, oh, Brian, well, he forgives you. I give a short walkthrough on explanation. Really? I want to see it, Brian. And our Yeshua chose them, right, Joyce? He chose them. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your life, Brian. I'll check it out too. He might even earn an emblem for his cape, Dory, depending on this video. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing you, Brian. God kicked my butt and now uses me for testimony. That's great. So, and thank you, Abba, for my medicine. Thank you, Abba, for yesterday using Blue Dream. I put that Blue Dream away. I really did. I'm going to save that. It was expensive, but also it works so good. It made me feel so happy. And I just, happy. It made me feel happy was the biggest thing. The Blue Dream strain, it made me feel happy. I just, a feeling that I haven't had in so long, that normal, regular, healthy people feel every day and take for granted. I really felt happy, content, at ease, at peace when I used that Blue Dream cartridge. I haven't felt like that in so many years. Oh my God, many, 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 many years. That Blue Dream was just a sure dream. Like, I'm going to stick to that Blue Dream cart. If I do ever get carts, I'm going to make sure it's always the Blue Dream because it made me happy. Best antidepressant I could ever use. And they had me on Prozac, Cymbalta, Zoloft, Paxil, Effexor. Oh God, you name it. They've had me on it, and I even forget names. I've been on everything under the sun, literally. And nothing made me happy like they said it would. Oh, this is an antidepressant. Well, antidepressant, the opposite of depressed is happy. None of those pills ever made me happy. Blue Dream, I could almost start crying right now. It made me happy. Like I felt happy and content, at ease, at one with myself. I don't know how you say it. Blinky! I love you, Blinky. If I buffer, I'll be right back. Oh, darn it, it won't let me get it. All right. If you subscribe, Sarah, if you're here, if you subscribe, press the subscribe button, and then right next to it, you'll see a bell icon. Click on that bell icon and then highlight all, and then you'll get notifications for all. Come together in love and prayer. Why? Because if two or more gather in prayer in Yeshua's name, then Jesus will be in the midst of us so long as we are in Abba's will. It's not just 10 plastic Christians get together and go, oh yeah, we don't like Holly, so since we agree with each other, we're automatically right and she's automatically wrong because there's 10 of us and there's only one of her, so whatever she says, it's automatically wrong, and Jesus is with us, so it makes us right. I say we come together in love and prayers, because when we do and we are in obedience and inside Abba's will, then Yeshua can be in the midst of us and be there with us, is my answer. I'm weak too, but I love Abba. When I get cocky is when I'm horrible. I got this, right? Yeah, well, with me, it's not so much as I got this as, oh, I figured it out. Well, yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it figured it out. I figured it out. Oh, I figured it out. I bind and cast it down in Yeshua's name. Who is sending spells after me? I bind and cast it down. Sorcery, witchcraft, paganism, incantation, sacrifices, rituals, magic, sigil, voodoo. I bind and cast it down in Yeshua's name. Please put keeper save on my full armor on. Please fill and overflow us with your Holy Spirit. Please send down your warring angels and have them stand guard around my house and property and possessions and car. Heavenly Abba, escort people and things off my property in Yeshua's name. I repent for my sins in Yeshua's name. I close demon doors in Yeshua's name. No demons may jump in Yeshua's name. No demons may be conjured in Yeshua's name. I bind and cast down principalities, powers, demonic spirits, aliens in Yeshua's name. I bind and cast down lying, stealing, deceiving spirits, lustful, seducing, familiar spirits in Yeshua's name. I bind and cast down the fake Jesus and the false divine light and Mallet, that false voice mimicking Yeshua in Jesus' name. Heavenly Abba, we're all about to go to sleep. Please don't let anything attack us in Yeshua's name. Heavenly Abba, please have your warring angels minister to us. And when we use our mantles to have the warring angels help us to fight back the darkness, and please have your angels give us refuge, give us sanctuary, give us protection. Heaven, in Yeshua's name. Abba, please take your sword and stab it in the ground between us and our enemies. And please do not let our enemies cross past your sword to get at us in Yeshua's name. And please keep us invisible to our enemy in Yeshua's name. Please hold us in your hands and please join us tonight while we sleep. And we also hope that you rest and sleep too yourself in Yeshua's name. All praise, love, glory, and worship to you, Heavenly Abba, for Yeshua HaMashiach. Also, Heavenly Abba, please keep my altars in line. Please keep them in order. Please keep them quiet and comforted. Please hold them in your hands in Yeshua's name. Please talk directly to them, and please help me talk to them. Please help them talk to me. But please keep them inside of your will, and may your will be done in my life over me and my altars in Yeshua's name. I accept you and only you. Selah. Where's God? The body is a temple and the Holy Spirit dwells within. Because we all mess up. He worked through Moses and he also hardened Pharaoh's heart. God forms the light and the darkness. God creates good and evil as well. Right? So if he's playing both sides of the chess game, how can it even be fun? To get baptized after being cursed, so we all seem to be headed in a good direction. I agree. We're going in a good direction. And group hug! I said it first. Ephesians chapter 6 speaks of the body of Yeshua and spiritual warfare. Selah. I read Ephesians chapter 1 today. Just one. Wait, it was just one chapter. I don't know that River and Go is here, but he said read a chapter. I only read half a chapter. I was thinking paragraphs, or I was thinking, okay, well, in a chapter you have like different paragraphs with subheadings. But I'm sorry, you know what? I need to finish that chapter. I'm going to pick it up, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 15. For this reason, because I have heard of your faith in the Lord Jesus and your love toward all the saints, I do not cease to give thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers, that our God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of glory, may give you the spirit of wisdom and of revelation and the knowledge of him, having eyes of your hearts enlightened, that you may know what is the hope to which he has called you, what are the riches of his glorious inheritance in the same, and what is the immeasurable greatness of his power towards us who believe, according to the working of his great might, that he worked in Christ when he raised him from the dead and seated him at his right hand in the heavenly places, far above all rule and authority and power and dominion, and above every name that is named, not only in this age, but also in the one to come. And he put all things under his feet and gave him as head over all things to the church, which is his body, the fullness of him who fills all in all. Roxy! All right, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. So, I got to figure out my medicine chart. So, I don't know about the gummies. I don't think that I have enough of the gummies to really make an impact. So I think I'm going to hold off on those gummies, and then tomorrow I'll just focus on Mundo cheese and the droppers and see how Mundo cheese makes me feel. And then hopefully get through my pain. And also what I drank 4 cups of kratom today. I think I only had 2. Or was it 3 yesterday? I can't remember. So Abba, I'm praying only to have 2 tomorrow, maybe 1 in the morning and maybe 1 in the evening. You know, when things get a little rough and that altered feeling comes over. I'll tell you a reason why I run to pints of alcohol or pints of beer or a box of wine is because certain tears absolutely hate upon hate that altered feeling. And when I'm triggered, and I'm triggered to go into an altar, and that shifting starts, it's painful, and I hate the feeling. There's certain tears that hate the feeling, and they can get rid of that feeling by running to a couple of pints of beer and changing that feeling into something that feels different, and beer can accomplish that. And if anybody has ever felt that altered feeling like I'm talking about, they will completely understand why I say my altars will run to go get a beer, because that altered feeling, I hate that feeling, I hate that feeling. And I know exactly how beer will make me feel, and now I really don't like that feeling, but I hate that altered feeling worse than I hate the buzzed feeling. Worse than I hate how beer makes me feel. So I'll take lesser of the 2 evils. And that's another thing. And I've been very, very honest with Abba. And because I've been so brutally honest with him, it has ward off demonic spiritual attacks. And hiding your truth is lying. Omitting truth, leaving out truth is lying. Not saying the full content of the situation is lying. And just being honest with Abba has helped me a lot, because then Abba's like, you're being so brutally honest with me, Holly. I can do something with this. So guys, when I let you take my confession here on HTV in my ruminations and confessions, and even though I don't say it every broadcast or every title, it still stands the same. This is my ruminations and my confessions to Yeshua HaMashiach. He gave me HTV for this purpose. So when you hear my confession, and thank you for taking it, I'm not crying necessarily out for help or even asking for help or wanting an opinion or guidance. It's just that this is a step I need to take to draw closer to him, so I'm going to take this step and do it. There's some people out in the world that don't know what it looks like to draw closer to God. They don't know how. What do you do? Like, well, what do you do? It looks like this. You know, like, look at my videos. You'll see. You'll see. Good night. I pray for you, Roxy, and your family. I know Satan is going to be attacking you harder. And Roxy, you also have to remember the company you keep. You're keeping my company. And I've joined in prayer and fasting. When I say for all of my friends, my village of people, I mean the people that have been here for me and with me December, January, February, and now here in March. I've gone into prayer and fasting, and I'm staying in prayer and fasting. Roxy, Yeshua was alive. I bind and cast you out in Yeshua's name. You have to go. Yeah, it's running. Roxy, when Yeshua was alive, he sent us out 2 by 2. I'm your second. I join you in spiritual warfare. I love you, Paula. I join you in spiritual warfare. So I'll be your second. Also, I'm prayed and fasted up, which means I can get rid of powers and principalities. And they know it. Another reason why I'm going to stay every single day in prayer and fasting for the rest of my life, because then I'm ready at the drop of a hat. So they're not going to like that. If you can, Roxy, maybe fast a meal, or I don't know, fast a bad behavior. Go before Abba and ask him, because if you fast something or do a little fast, that makes 2 of us, and we can get rid of these principalities, bind and cast down the principality, and then it has to take its legions with it. Bind and cast down the powers. It has to take its interdimensional beings and buddies with it in Yeshua's name. Well, thank you. So all of you, the same goes for all of you. The prayer I said out loud. I have fasted, guys, and I've been keeping myself anointed, if you will, because there's something going on in the background that I don't want to talk about, because I don't want anyone to fall under demonic attack. But once everything is over with and a certain amount of time has come to pass, I can talk about it. And then I'll give you the prayers that we said. And a big, huge thank you to Nancy. Okay. Am I tired? You know what? If it's not a demonic attack, then it's got to be the MK Ultra. They did something with my eyes, with their technology, and I could just be getting tired, and that's what I'm seeing is that technology. I don't know what else to say. Either that or this place is littered and crawling with principalities and powers, which I don't think so. How's my emotional state, Abba? I test my atmosphere. Heavenly Abba, I ask that you fill and overflow my house with the Holy Spirit, my apartment. Fill and overflow my home with the Holy Spirit, and please put us under your control in Yeshua's name. And I will bow down next to my bed before I get into all praise, love, and glory and worship to you, Yud Hey Vav Hey, for Yeshua HaMashiach. Is there anything else I need to say before we all head off to bed? Besides, thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for the wonderful people you put in my life. Thank you for providing for me. Thank you for making me happy. Thank you for taking my pain away. Thank you for giving me dreams and visions. Thank you for giving me Keeper and Seva. Thank you for carrying me through the loss of Seva, and I still can't believe she's gone, Abba. A part of me still feels her presence here, and I don't want to imagine her presence gone. Guys, I'm praying with and for you. JK, I'm happy to see you. Having as spoken in Ephesians is Holy Spirit gifts. Thank you. Every turn you make, Roxy, I know. do that purposefully to wear you down, tear you down, and make you think that, hey, God, I'm using Jesus' name and these things are still attacking me. What's going on? I'm using Jesus' name and look, it's still happening. Well, direct prayer and fasting for that reason to get rid of it and grab a second person. And then when you go to use Yeshua's name, it'll work. It'll work. If it doesn't work, ask Abba. It could be the second person you grab. Are they really a Yeshua lover? Are they prayed and fasted up? Because they can lie and say, oh, yeah, I fasted. And meanwhile, no, they didn't. And that's why your demonic attack, that's why when you're using your mantle to get rid of the principality, it's not working, is because the other person's lying about having fasted. No, I fasted today. I proved it. I showed you guys. I ate my 3 meals today and I took my vitamins. I took care of myself so that demon did not get me. I fasted the bad behavior of neglecting myself and self-destruction, and that counts for something. With olive oil, or sometimes just water works too. But yeah, so we're blessed to, yeah. Yeah, your cars, your offices. Don't forget your possessions. And you got to make sure they're in Abba's will, not your liking, not what you're okay with. Well, he knows my heart. Yeah, he knows our heart, but that doesn't mean you can still bring a pagan idol into your house and think that he's going to dwell next to a pagan idol and be okay with that. No. Do you see any pagan idols up in heaven next to his throne? No. So don't expect him to be in your house sitting next to a pagan idol in your house. It won't work like that. Hey, it's Green Soul. How are you? Aw, thank you for the roses. It's great to see you, Green Soul. It's been a while. Did Billy Bob tell you to come check on me? You're like, no, I did it on my own. Yeah, sure. He's probably like, I'm worried about that, Holly. I missed you too, Green Soul. I'm glad to hear you. Billy Bob, he was on my panel with you? The other guy that was on my panel with you? I gotta do panels. So, I'm legal, Green Soul. I got my card. I'm so relieved and so happy, and I'm doing it the right way. You remember? I hope things are going well for you. It is nice. It really is. I don't have to bother anybody. I don't have to wait on anybody. I can get exactly what I need instead of everything I don't. I remember telling this one person, I need sativa. Oh, well, I only get indica and hybrid. She'd give the sativa out to everybody else except for me. Or I remember a couple of times I was like, well, give me the one that's in your hand. No, it's not sativa. Well, tell me the name of what's in your hand. Durban. Yeah, that's sativa. Give it to me, you idiot. I don't want to go through that stuff anymore. Or like the girl, around here, she was selling fake carts and everybody was complaining to me about it. I'm like, listen, I'm Batman, all right? Don't complain to Batman about Robin. I don't care. I work alone. But this one girl was just selling bad carts and people were complaining to me. I'm like, I really don't care what she does. I don't get them from her. I did a couple of times. I was like, these are like bathtub carts. They're not real. They're just not real. You can tell by the packaging they're not. And then she had this bad habit of using them before handing them out and then blaming the dealer for it. Yeah, I'm up late. I'm changing my sleeping schedule, Green Soul, and I'm having success. the past week I've been having success. It's only taken me like 4 months of trying to change my sleep schedule to finally change it. So yeah, I actually just took my melatonin and my poppy seed to go to sleep. So yeah, go to sleep at 12, wake up about 8:30, have a much better day. There's no reason for me to get up at 6, 7 o'clock, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. I'm not setting my alarms anymore in the morning to wake me up for the ministries. No, I'm just letting my body sleep, but I wanted to become a night owl. I've been missing my friends. I don't like that. So yeah, I'm trying to change it where, like, I took the it takes melatonin along. Melatonin doesn't really work, but in conjunction with the poppy seed, I hope it does. I couldn't give the poppy seed to Seva because the alcohol was in it. So I decided to try it for myself, and it does work. But yeah, I figure if I can get into bed at midnight, that'd be great. And then that way, if there was ever a night that I wanted to stay awake until 2, 3, 4 o'clock, I could. But I really hate going to sleep at like 6, 7, 8 p.m. at night, and then I'm up at 4 or 5 a.m. I really don't enjoy that anymore. It's more of a hindrance than anything. Yeah, my patterns change a lot too, but I hope to keep this one. It only changed about 1.5 years ago. Good night, Sarah. Sweet dreams. I'm actually going to follow you out. I'm going to have to brush my teeth too. They feel dirty. I wonder why that is. All right, so guys, I'm going to get going. Brush my teeth because I'm up late now. I pray in agreement with you, Roxy, for Sarah. I pray for all of you guys. So, summer is coming. Woo! Too white. I know I'm white. We're going to have to change that. We're going to change that quickly. I'm going to definitely be laying out in the sun working on my tan this year. Absolutely. The park is right across the way. I can keep her in the shade. And now that Seva's not here, because I laid out in the back, but then I'm laying right in front of the neighbors sunbathing. It kind of feels weird. Now I can just go over to the park and sunbathe. Right next to the creek, listen to the running water. I definitely want to get some color this summer. My floppy doggy. I love you. Oh, a billion blessings right back at you. Yeah, she's my good little girl. Very spoiled. When Rita was here, she sat in the middle of the kitchen floor barking at us because people were just walking around her not paying attention. Usually when I walk by her, I'm poking at her. Same like with Seva. And she wasn't getting all the attention that she normally does. Aw, thank you very much, Green Soul. I'm flattered. Thank you. You have an amazing night, too. And I will see you tomorrow. Being puppy is just a state of mind. Yes. He's just so pretty. So, yeah, I've actually been taking a shower and brushing my hair lately, Green Soul. I'm going to try to keep that up, too. I'm going to try to, do more videos outside of my hat collection, which means now I got to brush my hair. Think young and be young. I concur. All right, I'm a night owl. I'm going to think like a night owl. I'm awake. It's midnight. Time to go to sleep. I should be like ready to pull an all-nighter. But it's good to see you guys. It's good to see you, Green Soul. All right, so I'm going to head out. Yeah, I think I'm getting sleepy. P-A-R-T-Y. Yeah, now that Holly's going to sleep, guys, party time! Thanks, Brian. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Group hug! All right, I love you guys. And yeah, tomorrow, if I have any good dreams tonight, the first thing I will do is pick up the phone and tell you tomorrow on HTV. So I'll see you guys later. I love you. I love you. A bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. See you in the morning. And I love you guys. Unless you're an ex. Unless you're an ex. All exes from the past, you are not included in that statement. You know, the ones that come out of the woodwork, you're not included in that I love you statement. That's reserved for my loved ones. All right, guys in my chat room, I love you.